Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I am your host with the most, TheChronicToast. And that's right, it has been about 6 weeks since we've been able to stream. Real life shenanigans have been in the way, but hey, that's right. We're here. We're ready to dive back into a regular streaming schedule. And that's right, we're taking a look at our continued playthrough on our brutal career as the Breadbox Privateers, a pro Outworlds Alliance faction, as we basically try to navigate the crazy zaniness that is the clan invasions. So, hopefully everyone's weekend is going good. I know this is a holiday weekend here in the States. It's Memorial Day weekend, and our thoughts always go out to those that have basically given their lives and allow us to go through and do these crazy awesome things that we've got here going on today. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive in and try to save the galaxy. Oh, yeah. I'm excited. I'm so excited to finally be diving back into this. I've been working through some new stuff on our YouTube channel and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it's really exciting. It looks like we've got ourselves a pile of friends here in chat, which is always awesome. Hamster of Wrath, evening. Hopefully things are going well for you. Graybeard Ray. Oh, yeah. Graybeard says, I wish my followed channels would remember me. I keep getting chat rules when I want to talk. Well, Graybeard, with a name like that, you can talk whenever you want. You're good to go. Red Potatoes standing by. How is it going? Hopefully things are going well for you as well. Graybeard says, my wife saw the intro screen, wants to know who Chronic of the Toast is. Well, if you're out there, Mrs. Graybeard, I am the host with the most, the Chronic Toast, which is really just a fun way to say I'm an individual with an interesting name, having a lot of fun playing some video games. And hopefully your day and your weekend is going well as well. That's right, Hamster. Pop-Tarts are on standby. We've got a whole host of limited edition boxes ready to go down and just chow down. My favorite recently is going to be, and this is going to be a little bit of a dating me a little bit here. I ran across someone that was doing an unboxing, and I forget where it was on Twitch. It was a few weeks ago, and they ran into a limited edition Wild Berry Furby edition box of Pop-Tarts that looked like they went in there and they came out the exact same way. So apparently Pop-Tarts do not age. Who would have thunk? Tried to explain the font differences, but she wouldn't believe me. Well, she's a pretty smart person. That's what my first enunciation, words, thoughts, one of those phraseologies is going to be. Absolutely. How's it going, man? Absolutely. Answer says, what do Furbies taste like? I don't want to know. My guess is they're happier gremlins. I don't know. Not really sure about that. But that's right, we're diving back in. So for those of you that have been sticking with us for a little bit, may have seen us over on our YouTube channel, which I'm going to link here in chat if you are curious at all. You can go over and find content that gets posted up over there 3 times a week is the schedule we're going for. We got some new stuff coming out here in the couple weeks coming up for a new game called Slipways. We're really excited for that, more of a casual 4X style of game. But we're going to keep hosting up all of our BEX3025 modded playthroughs as well, which is always going to be a lot of fun. That's right, Graybeard. Pop-Tarts are basically hard Twinkies. Yeah, they don't ever die, they don't ever age, and they always taste pretty darn okay. But yes, we're here. It is going to be the year 3052, July 20th. Tukey still stands, which is pretty darn cool. So, it's all right. It's working through. And we definitely do not have the mech stable to go up against the clans. We absolutely do not have that for sure. But we're going to do what we can. We're still in Tier 1 tech, trying to get our hands on our first bits of Tier 2 mechs. And as it is, we're playing 8 pieces per mech. It's very difficult to get mechs pulled together. Though we are getting closer. We are finally breaking into some proper mediums. We got a Wolverine 6R there. And I'm hoping, I am super hoping, and we can start seeing some heavies soon, because once we start seeing heavies, we can start taking on some heavier and more difficult missions and really truly start snowballing up towards our first assault class. And once we do that, we know we're well on our way to getting a chance to really get our teeth kicked in when we do our first mission against the clans. So I'm pretty excited about that. Taking a look here at the actual SNAR map, you can see we've basically come all the way back out of the Outworlds Alliance. Kind of coming back over here. I think Tukey is right here. Yep, it still stands at the moment, which is pretty awesome. And here comes the clan invasion dropping down on in. Now, I don't know that much about the clans. Most of what I've learned is a little bit through just, the Mech Warrior games and all that.
Follower online.
Jack Wolfhart with the follow. Oh, Jack, thank you very much for stopping on by. How is your weekend going? Toast, ignore this. Well, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Oh, baby, hopefully things are going well for you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. It should be a lot of fun. Graybeard asks, you're in 3052. Did you start in 3025? We did not start in 3025. We started in 3048 with a pro Outworlds Alliance privateer playthrough. We are the Breadbox Privateers. However, over on our YouTube channel, you can just go over and search TheChronicToast over on YouTube. I'll link it again here in chat for those that have just shown up. And we do have over 40 episodes. That is over 400 hours of a pro pirate playthrough that we started in 3025 that went for a number of years. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun working through that. Apparently, when you ally with the pirates, it's really difficult to get good missions and good gear, which is always a blast. It's going all right. Well, it's very, very good to hear, Jack. That's fantastic. That's legitimately exciting. So we're sitting here. I don't know that much about the clans, other than a little bit that you've seen from like the Mech Warrior games and things like that. MW5 just dropped a new DLC, which is pretty awesome. And so if you want to learn more about that, keep an eye on some streamers out there for that. After us, of course. But at the end of the day, I'm experiencing a lot of stuff with the clans for the first time as part of this playthrough, which is awesome. And so there's a lot of things where I'm just like, wait, what? This is a thing? And it's really, really cool. And a lot of times it happens on the battlefield, which is detrimental to us, being successful. But at the same time, it's a really cool surprise, and it's a lot of fun. It's an absolute blast. So Graybeard says, played tabletop Battletech since 85. So if you need to ask, absolutely. I'm enamored by the idea of quad mechs, just because they're generally put in a corner, they're frowned upon, all that stuff, for valid reasons from what I can gather. But I'm interested, I'm intrigued. There's a lot of cool stuff out in the Battletech universe, and I think possibly here in a few months, we'll have some individuals in our local gaming group here in the town where I'm at that are going to be pulling out the old April Fool's World War II units entry for Battletech on the tabletop and getting just a big pile of fun going for that. So we'll see how that goes. Should be a lot of fun. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive on in. We are here on the planet of Umesta, Draconis Combine. We have one more day for our agenda to get back in pieces, or in one piece. It kind of got turned into a bunch of pieces earlier than the last mission we had, and that's all right. And you know what? Let's go see. We're going to try to take one or two missions here, and then we'll jump ship to another system and try to continue on, so we will see. Jack Wolfhart says, totally not a clan wolf clanner. Oh, I mean, you're not going to get any complaints from me on my side, sir. Oh, man. You messed up. I barely knowed her. Oh, hamster. Oh. Oh, you sultry individual, you. Oh, man. What I do know about clans, just having done a little bit of research on the Outworlds Alliance, is I think it was, I probably have this wrong, I think it was Clan Snow Raven, Shadow Raven, one of those, but the mostly Navy ship heavy clan that actually hung out near the Outworlds Alliance in 30s, 60s, and stuff like that. That's really, really intriguing to me. That's really, really cool. So I could probably have that name wrong. Maybe I've got it right. Memory is not the best. We're sitting here with our non-sponsored Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Major Melon Soda next to a proper Diet Mountain Dew. So I figure the caffeine will kick in momentarily, and we'll be ready to roll. So in the moment we're sitting here, we've got our funds at 1.5 million is the breakover point. If we're below that, we prioritize salvage. If we're above 2.5 million, we prioritize C-bills. And actually the other way around. C-bills really make this playthrough work. It's absolutely super, super critical because we are in 8 pieces per mech. We're on simulation mode. CT destruction is on. Pilot destruction is on. Basically, it is very difficult to make money in this. So we are prioritizing C-bills to keep the wheels on this adventure rolling. And it really kind of expands out the early game. We're now breaking into medium mechs, which is a lot of fun. But in that particular moment, we're looking at 1.5, possibly 2 skull drops here. We've got to stop the signal. It doesn't really pay that well. The salvage is okay. Same thing for corporate secrets. Just because we're in this middle point right here, between 1.5 and 2.5 million C-bills, we're going to leave the sliders right in the middle. So the question is, does that drive us to possibly take on the prisoner? This is a 2 skull, and this means it could flex to 3 skulls. We've not had luck going that route with the mechs that we have. So I'm thinking we'll probably take a stop the signal, which is a destroy base. These can be very dangerous on their own here in BEX3025. It really depends on what defenses the base actually has. But I think this will be a good litmus test to kind of break into the game, knock off the rust, possibly lose some pilots. And if that's the case, please make sure that you follow the channel here or the Twitch channel here. That way you get your name added into the list of people that we can pull in for our pilots. If you do want to ensure that you are next on the list, or at least guarantee your place in the queue, and which currently the queue is empty, you can always hit that subscribe button to make sure the next time that we lose a pilot or we get a chance to hire more pilots, that we get you added into the game. Jack Wolfhart, with that follow, you've been added into the pool as a selectable pilot available for all the shenanigans that we got going on. Hamster says, I think Harry is thinking of extending the timeline into the 60s. That could be pretty cool. There's some interesting things that I've heard about that happened in 66, something like that. So I know he's basically been focused on solidifying everything he's got going on right now and expanding, so that's pretty darn awesome. If anyone is always curious about what mod we are playing Battletech Extended 3025 Commander's Edition mod by Harry78, the man, the myth, the legend himself. And so if you want to hear more about the information about what that mod is, you can go over to the Nexus Mods page there. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube when this gets posted up in about a week, you can always go over to nexusmods.com and type in 3025. It'll be the first mod that pops up. And what's always awesome over there is a good place to ask questions, get more information about the mod, installation, ideas for improvements. And if you want to get into more in-depth details, that link will also direct you to their Discord page, which is a pretty large community. Now, BEX3025 is one of many, many mods for the Battletech community, and it's probably the first one that I would always recommend that you dive into first. If you've only played the campaign for Battletech, really take a look at BEX3025. It's very, very familiar and similar in its mechanics, but expands the scope and the scale of the universe that you're playing with. Now, some of the other major mods that are out there, such as Battletech Advanced 3062, Rogue Tech, Battletech Revised, which I have done some work on, as well as the more recent one by Hobbs, Hyades Rim. They all change a lot of different things in different ways, and really, it's a really cool opportunity to check some different stuff out. So that's a really, really awesome community. It's kind of a golden age for the game in terms of the stability of the mods that are out there. And yeah, so let's dive on in. Let's see what's got going on. Ham says he's got plans, and Jack Wolfhart says needs more Dark Age mods. Honestly, yeah, I would agree. That would be really, really cool. Personally, I keep poking Harry. I want to see some like agromechs and stuff like that for Planetary Militia. Not necessarily because they're amazing, but because it's what you'd expect from a lore standpoint. So I think stuff like that would be really, really, really cool. So let's dive in to stop the signal. We're going to negotiate. We're going to leave it right here in the middle. Pick one and get 6 on the salvage. Payment is 172. And we're going up against the Draconis Combine. So that means this is a 1.5 skull difficulty. This could flex to 2.5 skull, which could be a problem. But we aren't dealing with pirates, so it shouldn't get more difficult than that, which is really, really nice. So the question is, who is available? I didn't actually check to see if we have any pilots available. We actually have pilots that are pretty well fatigued on out. This should be all right. Maybe, question mark. Yeah, we'll roll with it. We'll see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's see here. Who do we have? We've got a Vindicator, and a Fire Starter. And we'll probably bring in the Locust down here just to get some of those LRMs. We've got this built up as an LRM 10 Locust. It's a pretty okay way to go. It's pretty stock, pretty standard, and it should be okay. All right, it should be. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's see. We're going to bring down Served Cold. We're going to bring down Tug Bobo for the Fire Starter. And you know what? Let's just see. We're going to bring in Data King 1. And let's see. Are these individuals that love their Vindicators? They are. And DK also is in the Vindicator as well, which is cool. Tug is almost always in the Fire Starter, which is awesome. We had a Phoenix Hawk once upon a time, and it didn't really go that well. So, you know, it's your mileage may vary. Harry's pretty comfortable with the Jenner. Let's see. Tank Hair is in the Jenner as well. Toast is in the Wolverine. You know, we'll bring Toast down here to the Locust LRM. I'm sure it'll be fun. What's the worst that can happen? We're going to have reduced resolve because our pilots are fatigued, and there's going to be a chance for injury, but it should be all right at the end of the day. And we'll get in, we'll get out. It's on a jungle, so we're not going to be worrying too much about overheating efficiencies or anything like that, so it should be fine. Let's hit that deploy button and see how it goes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to reach down into the grab bag of voicedom. Some people over on YouTube call me the Viceroy of Voices, and we'll see what name we come up with, and we'll go from there. Aw, yeah. Oh, man. Delicious, delicious carbonated soda. It's not good for you, but it works out just fine. Hamster says, oh, RJR Phoenix is a beta mod for the Pirate Mechs and Agromechs for BEX Standard. Oh, that is cool to hear, Hamster. I'll have to check that out and possibly reach out to Harry about that stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Jack says, are Heck Horses in this? If so, watch out for Mars tanks. I don't know. My general response is probably yes. Harry has tried to make sure that things are relatively lore compliant. So I wouldn't be surprised if stuff like that is in there. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Graybeard begins to lurk. Thank you very much for stopping on by. Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. And we'll be here for when you unlurk or if we raid out to someone else in the future. We're looking to be streaming here for at least a couple hours, having a lot of fun in the process. Graybeard says, so this is half-month expenses for the mission before the repairs. Yep, there you go. Reese's Rules, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the adventure. Hopefully your weekend is going well.
Online.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Reese's. You have officially been added into the pilot pool that we pull our names from. And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Breadbox Privateers. Reese's has been playing vanilla and just got the BEX CE installed last night. Looking forward to playing and catching your play. Oh, man, thank you very, very much. It's very much appreciated. And I'm if you have any questions at all about BEX CE, you can reach out to myself, anyone here in chat, or go over to the BEX3025 Discord page, and you'll be able to get answers definitely for sure. I really, really enjoy this mod. We're playing on some of the hardest difficulty settings available for it, 8 pieces per mech and all that fun stuff. But what I can say is it's a really good first step beyond having played vanilla. It really, really expands the content you have available without really significantly changing a lot of the available mechanics and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. Look at this planet, ladies and gentlemen. It wouldn't be a ChronicToast stream if we don't sit there and oogle and ogle over the planet. Look at all these clouds down here. That's pretty darn cool. It's like a big giant planet of whipped cream. Oh, baby. Over here for our objectives is going to be destroy the Cretan communications facility and escape. Destroy base is 172,000 C-bills. Pick one, get 6 salvage, and 1.5 skulls. This could flex to 2.5 due to the normal variance. And what do we have here for the mission? They require a small but overwhelming military strike to infiltrate Cretan territory and disable their communications facility. As prelude to hostile actions elsewhere in Umesta, it's imperative that the Cretan network goes offline to remove their ability to coordinate the response. Hence, we have hired you. A prelude sounds more like work for us, so let's get this done, Commander. I don't think I've actually read this before, so we'll see how this mission goes. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. King of Kings, welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. Greenhouse effect, whipped cream effect, absolutely. If that's global warming, I'm not necessarily opposed. I think whipped cream would be all right. Man, just think about that. You just go out to your garden, pull out some veggies, some strawberries, reach up to the sky, grab some whipped cream. I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm sure there's nothing wrong that would happen from that at all. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful scenery here. I love it. We're tasked with destroying several communication structures in the target base. Move to the base and start knocking down those buildings. Be wary of the base defenses. This is a critical facility for Davian, so there may be additional patrols in the area.
Good to go, Commander.
Well, Darius, duly noted. Your intel is usually crap, but hey, we got to destroy 3 buildings. Got to destroy the base garrison. It should be fine. So one of the first things that we usually do is we try to find the corners of the map to see if we're backed into a corner. We're not really deployed in the corner, so if we are going to see reinforcements, they might come in on either of our left flanks back here, as well as the opposite sides over there on the front left and the front right. So we got to keep that in mind. Different missions have different things that can happen, and so I'm not always up to speed on them, but if you're backed into a corner, let's say we deployed down here, chances are you're not going to see flanks on the left and right-hand side if you do get some reinforcements in. So let's see how it goes. We got ourselves a Locust LRM, Firestarter for a punch bot, a Zappy Vindicator, as well as a Standard Vindicator with the PPCs and the LRM 10s. So let's get our, get our Locust up here into cover, see if we have anybody pop up on sensors. Our general approaches are going to be basically diving face first into the enemy. We can kind of get an idea of how they're deployed and where they're at. And it looks like it's so far line abreast formation. I'm assuming we're going to see 2 more either further spread out. It might be a pincer deployment over here. It really depends on what they have for their mechs and things like that. These turrets, we see 3 turrets. There's probably a 4th one in here somewhere that we just can't quite see. My guess is probably right here on this particular point. There might be more. Some of these maps could be a bit more intrinsically difficult. And the reason I say that is because BEX3025 uses all the extra maps from the campaigns and DLC as well for some potentially additional Battlefield maps, and it's really, really nice. I really, really like that. Risa says, started getting bored once with vanilla once I beat the story and had 3 bays of heavies and assaults. Hoping Clans gives me a go, but starting at 3025 and hope to play through 3050 plus. So I will say this, is once you get to about 3028, 3029, there's not as much content that comes on between that point and 3052, I think is what it is. But Harry is working on that, so the next release that we'll have will usually have a little bit more going on with the 4 Succession Wars and all that. But yeah, I can guarantee this. I've played through vanilla. I've got 22 years in my vanilla gameplay. And I really kind of burned through what I could with a vanilla game. And at the end of the day, BEX3025, I just keep coming back to this over and over and over. I've got hundreds of hours in this mod, and I'm not bored yet. I really, really enjoy the gameplay loop, the gameplay cycle, the way that you go through the mechanism of looting, gathering, building, especially on the hardest difficulty settings. It's a really, really big challenge that I fail a lot at, but there's mechanisms for me to learn and get better at, and it's really, really cool. And absolutely, Hamster, time for a turret dance. Cue the EDM music. That's what we're going to be dealing with here. And yeah, Battletech Advanced is another mod out there. It has a lot of gameplay changes versus vanilla. Rogue Tech is another one that has even more. Battletech Revised is kind of in between BEX3025 and BTA. And Hyades Rim really isn't so much a mechanics change as much as it is significant difference hanging out in the Hyades Rim area with lots of pirates in terms of builds and constructions and stuff like that. So there's a lot of really, really good stuff going on in this community, and I love it. Let's just zoom in here. We're a little bit distracted, but look at this. All these little greeblies up here, little tiny building up top, zooming in over the battlefield. They can see these turrets. They can see the mechs over here. It's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a good adventure. So it looks like it's going to be a pincer formation, 2 on the left, probably 2 on the right. We don't really know the tonnages just yet, but we're working up there. We're going to make this work one way or the other. I really don't want to have my Locust go out into the middle of nowhere, even with full evasion, and get shot to pieces. So we're going to get tugged to kind of flank a little bit over here to the right-hand side. And we have 2 medium lasers. We'll get into cover. And we'll just kind of see what we poke our face into. And fingers crossed. Light defender turret, so SRMs, medium lasers. This is not too dangerous. We can get some pot shots off at this. 180 armor, 93 structure. This is a just-in-case style turret. So just in case there's a modder that's out there, this is a proper military defense turret. They are harder to take down. And this is going to be a little bit of an adventure for sure. Risa said, glad to hear Harry is going to keep modding since I assume Battletech V is pretty much done for development. Absolutely. So Battletech by HBS is at this point done for development. It's 1.9.1, I think, is their top tier. But at the end of the day, Harry is still continuing on with this mod. He's got a really solid base. It's on version 1.9.2.2, and he's going to continue implementing and iterating on it, making it more lore compliant, expanding the scope and the scale. And I'm really, really excited to see kind of how this goes. Harry has been an awesome individual to talk to. He's been an awesome individual to work with on some of the mods that are out there. And at the end of the day, he's very consistent, he's very stable, and his viewpoints are generally a pretty solid approach. I've been pretty happy with that, for sure. Reese's Rule says, King of Kings, BTA 3062 that hard? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, that upper flag looks familiar. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly which op4 this is for, but what's really cool with the latest version of the mod that we're playing right now for BEX3025 is it's not just a large faction. Every single individual pirate flag, pirate house, different military lance companies. So, for example, if we're up against the Davians, different military companies and lances they have are going to have their proper lore-compliant, unique flags available, which is pretty darn awesome. Same thing for merc companies as well, which is really, really nice. And so there's a chance, depending on where you go, all these different individual military groups, lances, organizations, squadrons, merc units, they all could be in different places in the universe that you're playing in the galaxy, at their appropriate time and at the appropriate place. And you can run into them. And that's probably what we've done. This is a particularly elite lance is what I think it is. Not really sure. It's a Jenner 7F. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes for sure. We're just going to keep moving over here, almost max movement possibly, without getting line of sight on things. And we're just going to shift over here, and we're going to have Toast and get that Locust LRM rolling, possibly under the Jenner, 26% chance to hit. Not that great. Over here on the turret, much, much higher. Now, we're going to be getting whatever shots we can until we get down to about 120 on the ammo. Then we're going to start husbanding our shots. The reason for that is we have ammo bins on right now. We do not have case on these mechs yet. And as a result, if our ammo bins are greater than half full, when they get crit, they will explode. Bad things happen. If they're less than half full, it's just a crit. Nothing explodes. We're good to go. So it should be okay as long as we get those ammos, that ammo count jumped on down. We can't, just like you can in a tabletop, you can't get in and just dump ammo as soon as you start the game, unfortunately. So it's something that we have to keep in mind. Now, if we are against the Draconis Combine, we're probably going to be seeing some Panthers, and those are pretty deadly in packs in this game as we found out before. So it's definitely got to be something we got to keep an eye on that. King of Kings asks, which makes low skull missions much more difficult, or states? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Over in Battletech Advanced, they changed how the evasion works drastically, so small mechs and tanks are a serious threat and virtually unhittable. That is true. Here in BEX3025, they left it pretty close to the vanilla aspects, and what I found with light mechs, as long as you keep your movement up, keep your evasion pips up, you can still be very, very deadly. We've had melee locusts just wreck face. We've taken stingers and thrown large lasers on them and kept them moving back and forth, basically thinking about high-energy fighters, boom and zoom tactics. We've been very, very successful with that. And so it's really just kind of focusing in on what a mech's role is that you want to do with it and really trying to make it work and try to get as much as you can out of it. So, yep. So it's a bit different. There's different things to different mods that are out there, which is always a lot of fun. There's always a lot of different ways to make things work, and that's what's really cool. BEX3025 is my personal favorite mod, but I've worked on Battletech Revised, and the other mods that are out there, they do different things, and they approach things differently, and there's a huge audience for each of these mods. There's a huge, huge community, and by and large, everyone plays most of the different versions at some point, so there's a lot of pretty cool. Hamster says, yeah, first Sword of Light, you need 5 years spotless military record to join these Draconis dudes. Well, we'll see if we can't embarrass them, so fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, boy. Yep. All right. Enough talk. Let's dive on in and then talk doing that. Let's see. So we don't know what that is. That's probably going to be a horrible, horrible, horrible adventure. We're going to move over here with the Zap Vindicator. We're going to get served cold, rocking and rolling. Get one PPC blasting away. Everything else is medium lasers on that mech. There it is. Slowly picking away at this turret. If we can drag this enemy Op 4 over closer to us, I think I'm going to be a little bit happier. That way we don't have to come into this death valley and get wrecked by all of these turrets. But we'll see if we can make that happen. The AI is a little bit smarter, and as a result, things don't always work the way that you would expect. So we're going to stand out here. Oh boy, can we get a good shot without breaking from cover? Not really, so we're going to come over here. We're going to stand out in the middle of nowhere with Data King. I'm sure it'll be fine. And we're going to launch everything we have, PPCs and LRM-10s over there. Again, trying to break this turret down so we have a little bit more room to maneuver is kind of the plan here. Because if we need to, we can always rotate to the left and rotate clockwise. We can go to the right over by that locust and rotate counterclockwise around this line of sight blocking structure. Now, we got some medium stuff rolling in here. One of the turrets in the back looked like an LRM-10, possibly an LRM-15 turret right over back here. But we know this one, and if there is a third turret back here, are not LRM-based because they haven't fired, so they're direct fire only. That's important to keep in mind. Now, whether we remember that or not, well, yeah. We'll see how that goes. We're going to move the locust again, keeping the max evasion pips that we can over here. And this should hopefully, fingers crossed, be the end of this turret. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sunset. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. We're fighting in paradise over here. This is fantastic. Wow. How's that for a vacation spot? Holy wow. Tell you what, that would be fantastic. So where are we? What are we doing? Where's the camera? Let's see. There we go. That's where everything is. So here we go. We're going to take this turret down. It's only got 51 internal structure. I'm hoping we'll be good to go. We'll see if we get close. Blap, 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 blap. Not quite. It's still at 19 internal structure, and it's still up. First Sword of Light. Ick. Jenner 7F. I believe this is the standard Jenner, but it's got... Oh, gosh. It's got Light Pharaoh Fire's armor? Endosteel, one of those two? Not really sure. Jack says, yeah, I was trying to stream Advanced not too long ago, but I realized I'm terrible at Battletech because my tactics are more geared for tabletop. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I feel that the closest in terms of tactics between tabletop and here are between tabletop and BEX3025. Now, there's movement and there's evasion pips that don't transfer that well, But in general, I've felt like the roles of the mechs kind of stay the same, which is pretty good. It really depends as well, though, on the sorts of terrain and maps that you're playing on for tabletop. Is it terrain heavy? Is it big, giant open fields? There's a lot of variables that go into it for sure. Risa says, wow, wolfpacking might be a meta if in that case, and the assassin lances for counter recon. It's true. It's true. It's possible. King of King says, I played the BTA tutorial mission where the Op 4 is just a bunch of Urbies, and it took more than an hour to play, and I nearly lost. I think the mod is unbalanced. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that you run across for a bunch of different mods is depending on the way that you want to approach it or what you're looking for, it's not necessarily going to be your cup of tea. And that's okay, right? The different groups have specified and specialized their mods for different play styles and different aspects that people in their communities are looking for. And what's really cool is there are a number of really competent, well put together mods that are out there. And BEX3025 is one, Battletech Advanced is one, and there's a number that are available. So if you have any questions, ping away and cheer and chat. There's a lot of good stuff that's out there. And I highly recommend all of them. They're all definitely worth trying for sure. Hamster says the percentage hit chance is lower in the mods that add more tabletop stuff, which does make fights longer. The Jenner 7F is fairly standard. Okay, good to know. I mean, it's got four medium lasers on there. You know, I think we might even have a 7F. It's been a little bit. It's been a hot minute. So, you know what? Oh boy, do we want to show our back? Not really. Spore fields, 20% damage. Yeah. I think we're going to hold off on that for the moment. We're going to have Tug come over here. A little bit out of cover. And see if we can't finish off this turret. Fingers crossed. Now, this is not necessarily the smartest move, but I really need this turret to go away. There it is. Turret's down. Tugboat will get the long distance kill with the fire starter. We did not generate evasion pips. It's really not that fantastic. Yeah, 4 medium lasers are nothing to be sniffed at. They're very, very dangerous. But we've got that taken care of, and now we can really focus on this. The AI, the Op 4 is not really pushing in on us too hard right now, and I'm not seeing a 4th mech. So we might be getting lucky. We might only see the base garrison only has 3 mechs. That'd be pretty darn nice if that is in fact the case. Serve Cold over here with the Zap Vindicator. We're going to move up to the point that Tug just evacuated. Again, we're not really going to get any evasion pips, but we are going to be able to point blank range here and get a pretty good alpha going. Now, it's a 30% chance to miss, or to hit, so it's 70% chance to miss. That's all right. We're going to zap away anyway, because every now and then, you might hit something. In this case, we didn't, and that was not fantastic, so not that great. Krieg0077, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel, my friend. How's it going? We have a spider in our backfield, which is not fantastic. We do not need that back scratch being tickled in on us. That is for sure. Well, it is what it is. Got our Vindicator over here, medium laser, and so on and so forth. And we can multi-shoot. So, oh boy, that's actually a really, really good point. So here's going to be that spider, and we're over here. Oh boy, Tell you what, we're going to stand. Can we get 2 line of sights? We can, and we can still be in the rear arc. So you can see here, we're in the rear arc of the spider. Let's look at the line of sight over here. Now we have to be careful. Can we actually get both of these in a firing arc? The Vindicators do have a quirk that means that they are less likely to be able to... we're going to have to jump a little bit further back. They're less likely to be able to get everything into their front firing arc because their front firing arc is reduced. So it is something to be cognizant of. I don't think we're going to be successful in getting both of these mechs in the firing arcs. I just don't think... actually, we can right here. So you can see that in BEX3025, you've got 120 front arc... oh gosh, what is it? 120 degree visible arc here. That is going to be your front arc. Everything is in your front firing arc. But you can see as we rotate through, some of these mechs no longer have line of fire. And that's because specifically for the Vindicator, it does have a quirk which reduces its ability to torso twist. So we're going to jump over here. This is probably the sweet spot. We're going to be multi-shotting as much as we can. Everything over here into the Jenner, and then the medium laser over here into the back of the spider. Again, its evasion isn't helping us that much. It's only 5% better. But we're going to do it. And we've got a lot of heat sinks on this mech, so it's going to work out pretty darn good. So again, we got a few hits in there. We're stripping some evasion pips. Not doing a lot for us, but we are continuing to fire because you miss all of the shots that you don't take. And as soon as we can get to fisticuffs with some of these mechs, it's going to be very, very beneficial. So there's a mech moving somewhere out there, getting a little bit closer. And here comes the LRM turrets from the other turret in the backfield. And I think we've got this well in hand, at least for the moment right now. We're going to send Tug Bobo back to go and hug a mech, and it's going to be It's going to be a little bit brutal is my guess. So we're going to go down the side over here, try to work through the side. That way we can kind of get some of these shots going through the arm, the torso, into the CT rather than spreading across the front. We're going to get a bit more focused on our firepower. This is a standard fire starter, but it is built out to be a bit closer to a headhunter variant with all of the Daka machine guns. And I think it's going to be a little bit of an adventure. So here we go with the punchy robots. Go get them, Tug. Oh, baby. Here we go. Send them the toasters. Boom. 45 structure exposed. All the machine guns are going to be eating internals. There it is. Baby. Right torso destroyed. Right arm destroyed. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Jenner's moving up to try to basically break off attention from the spider, trying to alleviate that pressure, trying to get us to focus on that Jenner. The Jenner's running hot, but you know what's really bad for the Jenner? They're right next to this cover, so we should be able to punch them in cover if we run into this one more time, which is pretty darn cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Speaking of being able to get out of here and do different things, I don't want to get direct line of sight on any of these mechs. I think that's not going to be very beneficial to us, but I do want to get some shots over here onto this spider if we can. Now you'll notice that if we do this, the little chevrons over here on the outside of this are still gray. That means that we're not in the optimal range, and I don't know if we can get into the optimal range to get some shots in on this mech. I just don't think it's going to work as well as we'd hoped for. So we're going to see what's the percentage chance to hit. It's not great, and they are stationary. So even if we move over here, we're going to get a little bit better chance to hit over on the Jenner. So we're going to do that. We're going to maneuver all the way. We're going to boot, scoot, and buggy as far and as fast as we can. And we're not revealing anything line of sight wise. If this mech wants to come and get us, they can. But at the moment, we're going to leave that be, and we're going to rain some LRM-10 total down on this Jenner 7RF. And go say hello, scratch the paint a little bit, remove some of the foliage and the dirt around there, and we'll see where this spider is going. Are they bugging out? They're bailing. They want nothing to do with that. Tug hugged them a little bit too hard. And we still have an unknown mech coming up close. And not really sure what's up with that. Not really sure. But you know what? It's okay. Not going to complain too much. Now, we don't have to worry about heat or anything like that. We're doing okay. We're going to step back a little bit here. You can see I'm trying to get a bit more of those chevrons going. I just don't think it's going to be as ideal as possible. So we're going to step back a little bit, buy ourselves a little bit more time, a little bit more space from this Jenner, and launch everything we can. Again, our LRM-10s are not optimal, but we do want to get this ammo count down for when and not if we do get critted. That way, that ammo bin does not explode and it does not detonate, because, ladies and gentlemen, that would be bad. King of Kings says, squash the spider with your shoe. That is the plan. I think Tug Bobo is going to continue the pursuit down there. And it should be a lot of fun to see how that plays off. We're going to step back here with the Vindicator. Again, we're buying ourselves space. We're getting ourselves in our optimal firing range. And we are here at 50%. And so we have an extra accuracy, a +1 bonus to that, which is really nice. I could spend Precision Strike. I don't think we're going to do enough damage to potentially really wreck this mech by doing that. So we're going to hold on to that for now. It gives our whole lance a +1 bonus. And with this alone, I think we're going to slowly strip down this Jenner, which should be pretty good. Greybreed says the ammo limit for explosion is one thing I love about BEX. Absolutely. In tabletop, pretty much, if your ammo bin gets critted, your whole mech's gone. I mean, mechanically, it starts where the ammo bin is, but there's enough damage from carrying a lot of ammo to just detonate and rip apart the whole mech. And so I really like how BEX has implemented it. You know, it's a bit of a gamification, but it's really a lot of fun. I really like the mechanic. It's a little bit of a light mini game in a sense. So like, how can I be more reckless with my ammunition usage to get down to the point where my mech is safer? But at that point in the battle, if you're still fighting,
Subscriber mode activated.
oh man, Served Cold with a subscription. Oh baby, Served Cold, thank you for the subscription. Thank you much for supporting the channel. It is very much appreciated. 11 months. Holy wow, that's 1 month shy of 12, which is a year. Oh, awesome stuff. Yeah.
Follower online.
Astro Boy, welcome and thank you for the follow. Welcome to the absolute fantasticness that is the chaos of the Breadbox Privateers. Hopefully you're having fun. Hopefully this stream is basically going to be making your day a little bit better. And welcome to the adventure. And Tank here as well. Oh, baby, the whole crew is here. Oh, man. I don't remember what I was saying, but you know what? We've got Tug down here, and we're going to chase down this Jenner. No, correction, this spider. And Tug, give him the old what for. That's right. Go get him, Tugger. Here we go, patent pending Tug Hug inbound, and boom, there it is. Something went internal on that mech, and now all the machine guns are gonna say hello. Oh yeah, there are no arms and torsos left on that. That is 2 injuries on that pilot. They are stressed, they're panicked, but they are sticking around. They're ready for a second round of Tug Hugs. Oh man. Oh, the Jenner is pressing the attack. It's trying to save its friend, probably on comms with that other mech that's on the north side up there, and basically screaming at him, get into the combat. What are you doing? But you know what? It's all right. Let's see. What do we want to do? We can get further up here a little bit. We're going to... Ooh, do we want to chance it? No, we're going to keep our evasion. We're going to keep focusing on our evasion. We're going to step all the way back up here. And we're going to try to get some more damage on the spider. Or do we want to go on the Jenner? I think we want to go for the Jenner. The Jenner is hurt. We have a potential here do a little bit more damage, knock off a little bit of its fighting capabilities. So we're going to take that opportunity. We'll see. Tank here says, hey, I drive a spider. That's true. It's true. Oh, man. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. I've been itching and just, I can't wait to dive back into this game. And here we are having a lot of fun. There's the Panther 10K. Oh, golly gee whiz. Okay. Well, the Panther's there. We've done a good job of keeping the terrain in between us and them. So that way they're not getting in there and wrecking us pretty hard. You can see they got the paint schemes going on for the first Sword of the Light. And yeah, they got the schemes going on as well. See, Tugbobo, we're going to get a chance to get down there and wreck on that thing just a little bit. It's all right. Spider's over here having some fun. You know, we're gonna continue to fall back. We're gonna get over here into this spot and continue to focus fire on either this mech, 50 and 55, or over here. I think we're gonna do this. We're launching a bit of our LRMs. We're going to actually, ladies and gentlemen, we have multi-shot. So we're gonna launch everything here, and then we're gonna send the LRMs up towards the Panther to let them know that, hey, we see you. We're aware of what's going on. We're not that interested in whatever you're selling. Go away. So there we go. Zap and a zap, a miss and a miss, stripping that evasion pip. And we did get a medium laser crit, which is good. And launching up some LRMs that way as well. That's right, the 10K is nice. Unfortunately, we're on 8 pieces per mech, so it's gonna be bad. We're gonna see. Hamster says you're not him though. Well, Tank, I hope you're not in this spider. That it's gonna be a bad place to be here in just a little bit. Just saying, it's not really gonna be where you want to be. We're gonna shift over here to the other side here of the Jenner. We are running a little hot. We're getting closer to that point, but our PPC, we'll launch it. We'll salvo it. It should be fine. There we go. We missed with that. The medium laser's rolling on in, and boom, there goes a torso. That is a pilot injury for sure, and they are stressed out as well. And here comes the LRM turrets going into our protected left side of the Vindicator, which is nice. That's right, 8 pieces per mech. And so what that means, King, is so when you go and you damage mechs and you can get salvage, the default vanilla for Battletech by HBS is 3 pieces. You get 3 pieces of a mech, and then you can build that mech in your mech lab. For us, we're playing on 8 pieces. So we have to get 8 pieces of a single mech before we can go in and actually build that up. And what that means is our gameplay is much more focused in towards the more common mechs rather than a lot of the edge case mechs. That said, it really does expand out the beginning of the game because you have to use your light mechs a lot more aggressively to actually be successful. And there's consequences to that. You lose pilots, you lose mechs. But we have finally gotten to the point with the Argo upgrades. We're also on the hardest difficulty settings as well. So there's drop costs. Everything is just generally more expensive and harder to be successful at. And so as a result of that, you know, we've gotten to the point where now we can start mixing and matching different variants, which is pretty darn cool. Masochism mode engaged. That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. And I mean, we've been playing this for a year, and we're still crunching through this. We're trying to get into our first heavies, and we're making it work. But in the meantime, Tug has a Tug Hug to give. We're going to come up here and go say hello. Everybody, I think this is going to be it for the Spider. So fingers crossed. We've tried them on comms. We haven't raised any response. So we're hoping that Tank Hair is, in fact, not in the Spider. So here we go, because that Spider is about ready to disappear and get squashed. Oh, baby. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Squish, squish, squish. And boom! CT destroyed with a kick. And just in case anybody crawls out, 8 machine guns, 6 machine guns firing on in. Oh, baby. And there it is on the top left. You see destroy the base garrison 33%. So all we have left to do is this very, very unhappy Jenner. And of course, the Panther 10K that's up there as well. Take Care says 8 pieces makes it so you can never get a full mech salvage at once unless you manage to incapacitate the pilot without damaging the mech. And so Tank Care, you're absolutely correct. Once you then go to simulation difficulty on BEX3025, however, it does cap the number of pieces that you can actually get from a single mech as well. So it makes it even more difficult. So yeah, it's a bit of an adventure. It's a bit of an adventure for sure. And so that being said, on the difficulty settings we're on, we're more focused on C-bills regardless. And so as a result, it's one of those situations where we need C-bills to survive. And so we're buying bits and pieces of salvage and really seeing what we can scrap and scrounge together, which is a lot of fun. So Toast is doing okay. We're going to continue to back up, and we're going to continue to launch our LRMs. This little Locust LRM, it's a good harasser. I really, really like these. We can get a better shot up here at the Panther, so we're probably going to take it. We could get lucky with some shots rolling in on the Jenner, and, you know, that could be all right. That might be okay to actually leg that. Ooh, or wing it, actually. But I think we're going to send the shots over here towards the Panther. You know, we're at 85%. We could do a lot of damage. We're going to let this roll, and then we're going to let our other Vindicators get in there and really start picking the limbs off of these two mechs. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that goes. Tanker says that means 13 hex sprint and 36 hex jump. Ugh. That is a spider that can definitely fly. That is a rocket-powered spider for sure. And Tanker says, yep, you see, if that was my spider, you'd never catch me. 285 XL engine, 12 jump jets. That's true. That's true. But, you know, it is what it is. It's all right. It's A-okay. Tanker says, I usually play it to annoy people. That is, see, as long as you're having fun and you've got a reason for it, kudos to you for going down that road and having a blast in the process. That is awesome, awesome stuff. So let's see, 15% LRMs, better shots over here. Yeah, across the board. We're going to dive into the Panther. We're working the wrong side per se, but it's all right. We're going to make it work. Here we go, sending a little bit of precision strike all the way into this mech. Boop, we do a lot of missing, and that really wasn't worth it. But hey, sometimes it works out just fine. Served cold, we're going to send up here at nearly point-blank range as well. Are we? Or are we going to step back? I think we're going to step back. You can see the two little orange chevrons on each side, which means all of our weapons are the range bands for our weapons are good to go. So we're going to shift up here. We're going to precision strike as well, using almost all the last bit of our morale up here on this Panther, going for the CT if we can. We're overheating. It's okay. We don't have any ammo explosion. All we got to do is find that big red override button, and it'd be fine. But in this case, we're going to turn the PPC off. It's not the best chance to hit anyway. It's okay. We don't need to overheat. We are not in dire straits. We don't need to make the toasted bread just yet. So here we go. Bazap, bazap, bazap. All into the CT except for one, and it's a straight shot into the Jenner as well. And SRAM explosion. Oh, baby. That is fantastic. Nice, nice, nice. In comes the LRMs. Thankfully, we've got max armor. Everything's going out. It's all right. It's going good. Hamster says, save the ERPPC, stick it into Vindicator. I would love to do that. That'd be really, really nice. Jack Wolfhart says, spiders are great for objectives and scouting. It's true, but at the end of the day, they can be really, really good, solid harassers. I don't know so much about MWO, but in general, like the general concept of mixed arms, combined combat, that's a mouthful that's probably being said incorrectly. But needless to say, it's all right. It's working out all right. There it is, and served hot. Oh, baby, look at that. Sizzle, sizzle. Baby, baby. Tug Bobo, can we get closer? Not quite, but we can get up here and do some daka-daka with the machine guns. And why not? Let's rock and roll. Bazap, bazap. Left torso, left arm, straight into the CT is gone. Tug Bobo. Oh, baby. Somebody got toasted. Oh, man. Just like that, the Jenner's coming up here to try to do something. I think at this point, as a Jenner, I would probably fall back to my defensive line with the turrets and see what I can do to help. At this point, I don't think it's going to be a beneficial series to keep on fighting over here when only one of the other 3 remaining turrets can help you. But here we go. We're going to launch in some LRMs. We're going to see what we can do. Probably pull an arm off if we're lucky. And we're not lucky today. That's all right. Oh, man. Taker says, we need to get Tug into a Vulcan. That is true. I really, really like the Vulcans, especially the 2T here in this mod. They're really, really early game punch bots. They're really good for melee as well as a switch hitter. You can put a large laser on them as well. They're very versatile mechs. However, they are very fragile. The fire starters are a lot more durable, and so if you get one, definitely it's a solid mech to use. But you know, it is what it is. You know, you're gonna have different things going on for different people, and you just got to keep in mind what your limitations for your mechs are, and then making them work. Stepping back here with the Vindicator launching again one more time. Here we go. Not the best chance to hit. In fact, I think we missed everything. We woofed it all the way away, and nothing really made sense. But we're gonna have Served Cold take a step back, I think, and we're just gonna zap him one more time. Here we go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've done it. I've done it. I've misclicked, and now they're outside of the firing arc. That is a bummer. Well, that is an issue of a mistake that we've made. We're going to use that time to brace and cool off, I guess. Spending a lot of time talking, having fun, and definitely made a mistake. Oh, man. Craig says, Chronic likes his punchy Vulcans, though. Absolutely. I give him one large laser, and I give him 4 small lasers because of the close quarters combat suite, which gives you extended range in your support weapons. And then I just approach the enemy, zap him with a large laser, and then just blast it away. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Taker says, I just realized one of our Vindys is like a mini Centurion. Yeah? I think it's this one right here, the PPC medium laser LRM-10, and then this one here is a PPC and 4 medium lasers. It works out okay. It works out A-okay. We're going to have Tug come up here and say hello with the patent pending Tug hug. And we're going to see how this goes. Go get him, Tug. Oh, baby. Bada bing, bada boom. And we miss. Oh, we missed. At least we've got 6 machine guns rolling in. There we go. There we go. There goes the arm. And just like that, the Jenner is weaponless. They are panicked. Panic level critical. Absolutely understand. And are you serious? They're coming into melee. Oh, man. I guess, chat, you weren't kidding when you said that you have to have a spotless military career. They refuse to surrender. Well, ooh, we got to keep it. We got to be careful. We don't want to get into line of sight of that turret. So we're going to shift over here with the Locust LRM and launch some more LRMs this way. We're going to spend a little bit of precision strike. Go up here for the CT, I guess, one of these. There we go. And see what we can do. There we go. Zap it into the back of the mech. Doing some more damage. Is still technically one piece. Hamster says that 10K wasn't pulling his weight, though. That is very, very true. Oh, man. I tell you what. Running into 1 or 2 Panthers, not the end of the world. I ran into 4 Panthers in a 16 mech brawl, and they just picked the limbs off of our mechs. It was terrifying. It was literally the worst thing in the world. And it was a concern. It was a very, very major concern. We're going to turn our PPC back on. We're going to fire away. Bazap, we miss. More impacts coming in. And there it is. CT destroyed. Pilot incapacitated. Served cold. Getting the kill. And now all we have to do at this point is really just kind of get up here, deal with these turrets. We know one's an LRM turret, and they don't have ammo counts, so got to keep that in mind. And after we do that, just got to get in there and wreck them up a little bit. We're going to leave Toast alone for now. We're going to send Tug. Scouting? Scouting with his face? Yeah, why not? It should be fine. What are we dealing with here? We have a light support turret, large laser, 2 mediums. That's not too shabby. We'll get in here. We'll dispatch these last 2 turrets. 3 turrets, I think. I'm pointing to the screen. You got one identified over here. And we'll get in and level the buildings and get on out. That'll be a nice first mission here for the adventure. That should be a lot of fun. Should work out just fine. So we're going to get up here, and we're being a little bit brave with the Locust. It's a little bit scary. But we're going to launch our LRMs here, get the best chance to hit. And they're probably going to see some return fires. So fingers crossed it's not too shabby. We'll see. Jack Wolfhart. Oh, yeah. Give him some of that hot Tug action. Oh, baby. Death or dishonor, Craig says, absolutely. Harris says, I used these armor rules for a bit, but I backed off to hard instead of simulation mode. Yeah, create an MO, strip all jump jets, install energy and heat sinks. There you go. So that is a good point, Hamster. So we are playing on simulation mode, which brings us closer to tabletop armor values. So what that means is you can't have as much armor on the front and back of your mech. Really, it lowers the amount of available armor that you can have to be much more lore compliant. And so what that does as a side effect of that is it gives you the ability to install more heat sinks, more supporting mechanisms and components that you otherwise wouldn't see, targeting computers, things like that. Now, we haven't run across that stuff per se yet, but it means that our mechs are a bit more fragile, and the enemy mechs that the AI run into, they're dealing with the same situation, but I haven't really seen them be easier to kill. In fact, it just means that it's a bit more risky for us, and it's a pretty cool scenario to be in that you really have to kind of think about one more thing. Absolutely. Well, only on most mechs, Tank Air says. Jenner is the Cretan mech. That's true. That's very, very true.
Ready for
All right, served cold. Can we get any line of sight? We really can't. We're going to sprint ourselves up here a little bit more
full speed.
and weather the return fire from the first Sword of Light turrets into our Locust. Golly gee whiz. That's one brave Locust right there. And we've stripped our evasion pips. In comes the large. Oh, that's... Oh. Okay. That is the risk we took, and that is the risk that we received. That is painful. Toast just took a pile of beating right there. Eee. Well, we'll get out of line of fire. We'll get out of the way. That's right. He stood still too long. And that's one of the things with this particular situation, right? As long as you keep your light mechs rolling, keep them at full speed, boom and zoom tactics, in and out, in and out, in and out, you're going to be doing very, very, very good. So at the end of the day, you slow down, bad things happen. Tanker says, I mean, at least it's just Toast. He has plot armor. That's true. That's very, very true.
Receiving you.
We're going to move over here to the Firestar, get a little bit closer. Daka Daka with the twin medium lasers. Bazap, bazap. There we go. Making that work. Down to 25. That's not too shabby.
Receiving
We're
you.
going to get the Vindicator up here. And this should be more than enough. There we go. That turret is going to be down. Boom! With the PPC goes the dynamite. Baby, baby, baby. And there is only 2 turrets left, as well as the buildings. And DK is up here. We're going to have DK, if we can, jump down into some cover. Here we go. Oh, man. Darius. They've got multiple units protecting this facility. Be careful not to get caught in an ambush. Darius, I have some questions concerning your intel here. I have some concerns. Needless to say, LRM-20, there we go, zap it on in. This is not a just-in-case turret. This is not a full-hardened military turret. That's all right. Reinforcement lance, spicy. It's true. It's true. There we go. Stuff is rolling on in. And you know what? I think the closest mech over there is Toast in that, in that little... Oh, gosh, what is it? Oh, it's vehicles. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Okay. So, yeah, what intel? That's absolutely right.
Shot went infernal.
Oh, Data King is... Oh. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Oh, boy. Well, we're in it now. We're going to send Toast down this way. And we're going to get over here and launch what we can to this LRM turret. It's almost gone. We only have one LRM-5, so here we go. And there it is. It's taking care of us down. Yep. That's the way it goes, served. It's yeah. This is what happens when we play stupid games. We win stupid prizes. King of Kings, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Breadbox Privateers, the zany, crazy action, and hopefully us digging a hole deeper and deeper is hopefully making your day a little bit better. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel, and thank you very much for the follow. You're now officially added into the pilot pool that we can pull our names from the next time we need pilots, for sure.
On my way.
Here's the fire starter. We're getting in a little bit closer here. We're going to go for this turret. It's SRM-4's medium lasers. It's not that dangerous, but it is something we do have to be cognizant of. And I'm not really sure which birds Tug just blasted out of the sky, but apparently they deserved whatever those laser shots were. Holy wow. So what are we dealing with up here? I'm assuming it's probably going to be another Panther. And we've got 2 vehicles, it looks like. Some sort of hover thing and some other contact over here. Not that excited about that, but we're going to send the Vindicator up to deal with it, maybe? I guess we don't have any line of sight, so sure. We'll just start launching stuff over here at buildings. We'll stick with that for now. That's right, darn seagulls. Oh, man. Large, medium. We're going to go for the medium target. It's just going to be easier to take down.
Locking on.
And there we go. We're just going to kind of poke at this and wait till the enemy gets closer to us. I'm not going to go, frogging around up there in the giant forest and stuff like that to go find them. They've got line of sight on us already to a certain extent, and so we just have to be cognizant of that. I mean, DK on the back is breaking up, burnt up. Words are hard. Words are really, really hard right now. And it's all right. We're just going to get a little bit closer up here. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure there's nothing that could possibly go wrong.
Okay.
It's all right.
On it.
Zap. There we go. It's just in case turret, of course. We're getting closer and closer to the murder turret. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Graybeard says Darius checks the intel since when? Well, I'm pretty sure he checks that words are on a page somewhere, whether it's a digital word or a paper word, whatever it may be. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he's checking that it's accurate. He probably just checks it. You know, it's all right. Hamster says, wonder if you might want to swap those PPCs for large lasers. I always find that Vindy has a terrible time twisting about to keep the PPC in a minimum effective range. It's true. However, the Vindicator does get a quirk. It's not necessarily a positive quirk, but right now, you know, we'll take a look at it. We'll have to see how that goes. I'm a huge fan of large lasers, but I do like the PPC on these mechs as well. So it is something I'm trying to be a little bit cognizant of, and we'll kind of see how that goes in the future for sure. Darius isn't a pilot. He doesn't do tech. He isn't an engineer. What does he do? Serve Cole says drinks and flexes. Fair point. Fair point. I mean, somehow he's managed to keep this company together, all things considered. So he messes up. It's true. Now, at the end of the day, it's a good simulation. We're taking contracts as a not that well known, not that great mercenary group, and so the information we have available, some of it might be, hey, we know this one guy has a lance of mechs over in this area. Go get him. And so that way it makes perfect sense. We don't have a lot of good intel. But when we're working on very, very high quality missions for different houses and stuff like that, I would expect more information. I don't know. I get the sense that Darius is working, you know, with the best that he has available at the time. But our intel gathering really leaves a lot to be desired. Let's just say that. Let's see. Can we get... What are we doing over here? Sure, we'll do this. We'll get the max amount of movement that we can over here with the Locust, and we're going to launch some more LRMs this way. Get 150 rounds. It's all right. We're good to go. It's a running joke. It's true. Absolutely true. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we're dealing with up here. Do we have any line of sight? We don't yet. We don't yet. There's 4. There's a lance of something up here, and it's a little bit concerted, but yeah, we'll work on it.
I'm here.
We're going to get DK... Oh, we're going to move DK over here. We're going to get as far away as we can from the incoming lance to buy ourselves a little bit more time. And we're just going to send more stuff over here at this turret. The zap, there we go. More firepower rolling in. It's still up. It's still up, which is a problem. Oh, boy. Master says, take your money at the end of the month and state the obvious. That's true. Welcome to the chat, Master. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the crazy zany action that we got going on here. We are definitely digging ourselves a hole. We are not the best when it comes to tactics, but we are having a lot of fun. And somehow, at some point, we are surviving during this process. Kind of. I think. We'll see. Graybeard says, Darius negotiates for potential contracts. You finalize them and supposedly reviews the needed info. That's true. That's a very accurate approach, I think. Yep. Oh, man. Welcome back, Toast. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been about 6 weeks since we've been able to stream consistently. We had some stuff come up in real life, but I'm back on the schedule. We're going to be here every single Sunday with the occasional bonus stream in every other week on a Friday. And I'm going to try to get a bonus stream in tomorrow as well, later on in the afternoon. We'll see how that goes. I'm just having a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited. Battletech is, 1, it's a good way to kind of de-stress, unpack from the week, and just chill. And 2, it's a good area and place to just make horribly bad decisions and then see if you can claw your way out of it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, so we got that taken care of. We can start now going towards the enemy. We're going to send Tug up here. What's the worst that could happen? What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with a Thorn T. Okay, so SRM 4, 2 medium lasers, and a Drill Sun. That looks horrifying. A large laser, LRM 10, SRM 4s. Okay. All right. And the Thorn T is actually pretty decently armored as well, so... Let's see. Caught me watching HBFT gaming yesterday. Oh, yeah. I love HBFT. He's an awesome, awesome individual. I love his streams, and we're really good buds here. And I really, really like his stuff. I lurk and watch his channel whenever I can. It's just good background opportunity while I'm working on other stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So it's true. It's low armor. I'm going to give Tug Vigilance. It's going to burn up some of our resolve, but that way he could take a little bit of a punishment over here. We're going to zap away until we get closer and try to punch this Drillson, this hovercraft thing. See if we can't smash it closer to the ground. And we'll go up from there. The Thorn T is repositioning. Okay, that's all right. I guess I can't complain too much about that. We're going to continue to move Toast and the Locust kind of out of that direct line of fire. And we're going to keep working on some of these wrecked up buildings over here with our LRMs. We've got 25 rounds of shooting with the ammo that we have left. So I think we'll be okay if the Locust just continues to poke through those buildings while we deal with all that incoming firepower over on the far side. No idea what that mech is up top. We're going to continue to hang out in the forest a little bit. Can we get any good line of fire over there? We really, actually, surprisingly, we really can't. So we're just going to get a little bit closer. We're going to keep firing away. We're going to blast through this, hopefully. There we go with the small lasers, and boom, one building's down, 2 to go. And we'll just wait for the enemy to continue to get closer to us. And we'll see how much of the action Tug gets up there. We'll see how it goes. Vehicles coming up on the high side. Now, they do get an accuracy bonus from firing up on a higher elevation. It's a little bit less than you'd see in vanilla, but it does exist, and so it is something to be cognizant of. That can be a problem. So we don't have any direct line of fire, but we can get up top. And so the question is, can we get a good arc on multiples of these? It looks like we can. We can get a front arc over here and do a multi-shot as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep focusing on the Drillson over here with the LRM-10. Really are almost out of ammo. It's all right. We're going to be using it up. It's just one last thing to worry about so it doesn't blow up in our face. And here we go. LRM-10 rolling in. We got one more salvo after that. And here we go with the PPC. Boom! Into the building. And we did some damage, it looks like, which is always what you're looking for. Drillson's coming down to play ball. I think Tug's going to get a play toy here as long as he can survive this assault. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Tug's going to give as good as he gets, I hope. We're going to pivot over here, try to get some more line of sight blocking terrain. Give ourselves vigilance again to minimize some of the damage coming in. And here we go, Tug. Go get him. Oh, man. And boom. There it is. Structure exposed. Vehicle destroyed. Crush, crush, crush. And boom. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Hamster says, the rocky maps, you can have fun line of sight sometimes. Absolutely. Guessing that's a fire support mech. It's lurking where the lights and vehicle spot for it. It's true. Tug's in a pretty bad way right now, but he's in a fire starter. He's a tough cookie. This is basically how he died in the last campaign a number of months ago. So we just got to keep that in mind that Tug's doing all right. He'll be all right. We'll get up here. We'll lend him a little bit of support with the Thorn up here, launching some LRMs that way. We've got a lot of ammo. Strip a couple points of armor. It'll be helpful. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. The question is, what do we have up top? I am a little concerned, but we'll work on that one step at a time. Can we get any? We still can't get any line of fire. Well, I guess we'll come up here and go to point blank range and blast away. Here we go. Bazap, bazap, bazap. There's another building down. Only one more to go. We'll have our objective. We can at least retreat if we need to. But at the end of the day, this is a 1.5 skull mission. And there comes that stuff down into the Tugster. Thankfully, his back armor is pretty hefty for a fire starter, and they're holding their own. And DK's getting a little bit closer. Can we still get all of our firing arc here? We cannot. What if we go over here? Kinda. Let's see. Not really. Oh, no. We can do that. We're going to do that. So that allows us just enough on the firing arc. We're going to glob the last salvo of LRM-10 we have up that way. We're going to go everything else over here into this small building. And after that, this is PPC and medium laser time. That's all we got going on. Well, my avatar's perfect wig still haunts the barracks since I got melted. That's true, Hamster. You got wrecked hard. Oh my goodness, golly gee whiz. That was a brutal adventure, man. That was painful. Tug's about ready to lose that other arm over there. And he is panicked as well. So we're going to give him more vigilance again. We're going to get up here, and can we melee? No, we can't get up there in melee. Can we DFA? We can DFA. It's a really bad chance to hit, but we're going to do it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing an on-air, on-high aerial Tug Bobo toaster action. Death from above. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Aw, yeah. We're jumping on the backside. Here it is. Can we make this work? Oh, come on. Oh, yes. Oh, Tug gets another kill. Somebody got toasted, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Holy wow. Oh, man. That's good. Now, what are we dealing with up here? We have a medium laser. Let's go take a gander at what that might be. Oh, man. Let's see. We have a Jenner 7D up here. Okay. Only pinging us for one medium laser. Apparently checking to see if we're alive. We are. The reason the AI does that is they're not really sure that they can hit. They don't want to build up all the heat, and so they'll do one shot just to strip the pips. I know Harry is working on that with the AI, so that should get a little bit better. Risk it for the biscuit, baby, baby, baby. Versus asks, what drops panic in this mod? So basically, if you're not getting shot at, your panic level decreases. If you brace and you're basically getting yourself in a more stable environment, your panic level decreases. Generally speaking, not getting shot at and not overheating will keep your panic level low. If you're getting focused fired by the enemy, or you start taking internal critical hits, or the pilot gets injured, your panic level is going to start going through the roof. And at least here with BEX3025, at some point that becomes very dangerous because your pilots will bail. You can also make the enemy pilots bail as well. And so that is a nice kind of contrast back and forth, which can make things work relatively well, which is nice. Alrighty, so we have Toast up here. LRM5s. We're going to get down here. We're going to pivot on up just enough to get some shots in. Strip an evasion pip up here on this Jenner. It'll work out pretty well, I think. Oh, man. Yeah, Hamster says DFA is high-res, high reward, and you can spec for it with leg mods. Absolutely. We do not have good leg mods. Oh! Oh, man. Well, we just lost the Locust 1M. So much for a 1.5 skull mission. Woo! Well, there we go. That's a thing. Oh, man. I like that, Mac. Locust 1Ms are nice. Well, I guess we'll move back up this way with our Zap Vindicator and get our PPC rolling. We'll see how that goes. F's in chat. Holy wah. I mean, we're giving as good as we got, but holy crap. Oh, man. Taliesin, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Taliesin asks, what mod was this Thorn THET from? I cannot find it on Beck's spreadsheet. Crick states the Thorn is in Bex. There are several variants, including the SLDF version. Absolutely. So one way to find it is you can go into, when you're inside the mod, you can go into your career button, click that, and then click on skirmish, and you can scroll through and check out the different mechs, and you should be able to see the Thorn THE in there and take a look to see kind of what it is. So King of Kings says, such is the fate of locusts. Usually that's true. We've had a positive kill to deployment ratio of over 40 deployments with a melee locust, a 1V that was kitted out for melee, and that was really, really fun. Now, that being said, it got legged and then it got dogpiled, but you know what? There's a reason they call them Goonie Bird pilots, and they do okay. They do all right. So we're going to approach up here with Data King and the Vindicator. Things are bad. We're out of LRM ammo, but we're going to keep on firing because we just don't stop. Baby, baby, baby. We got stuff we got to get done, and we are cruising on through. That's right, Hamster. We did build a DFA-only Jenner as well. It's really cheesy build. It's not that effective. But with the proper leg mods, it can just Goomba jump on top of enemy mechs every single day. It's very stability prone as an issue, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. A Punchbot Locust. Yep. So, Reese's, if you're curious to kind of see how something like that works, you can kind of go over to our YouTube channel, and you can take a look at some. I got a set of playlists. Some of the earlier playthroughs in our Season 1 will have the Melee Locust in it, as well as some of the later playthroughs of our Season 0, which was a Pro Pirate playthrough here in BEX3025. You can take a look at how we've got that kitted out. I believe we were able to get 2 small lasers in there, a melee arm mod, and just boom and zoom, in and out, maximum evasion pips. And because you could go from a large distance, full movement all the way into melee, do your melee, and you did not lose your evasion pips, and it worked out relatively well, which is fantastic. I had so much fun with that. If you pair it with a cicada of all things, the AI will oscillate a lot of times between the cicada or the locust, and so their effective survivability goes up, and they can really get the AI turned around, and you can get back shots. It's a fun early game build. I've had a huge blast with it, and a lot of success, which was very, very surprising. I did not really expect that to be the case, but it worked out well. It worked out really, really well. We're going to jump up here with Tug. We're still doing stuff. We can't give him any more vigilance. This is going to be a bit more dangerous, but we are going to zap in with our 2 medium lasers. We do not stop. The pain train keeps on rolling. We got to get all this taken care of in order to be successful. Here comes the Jenner at point blank range, shooting down at the Vindicator, trying to pop off that dangered arm over there, that weakened arm. But Vita King 1 continuing to hold their own. And Served Cold's going to get up here as close as they possibly can. We are no longer in cover. Here we go, zapping on up. Overheat alert, that is all right with us. Sometimes you got to get a little bit toasty to get the job done. Remember, ladies and gentlemen and kids, internal structure is yet merely another heatsink. Now, that being said, we don't have any ammunition on board, so we're not likely to explode, but we do have to find that big red override button to make sure the mech does not shut down. Served Cold, you got this, buddy. You got this. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And there it is. The CT is destroyed. Served Cold gets another one.
Eliminated.
And, of course,
How to shut down.
they miss.
Can't produce enough heat.
They missed the override shutdown button. Well, I guess we're making toast and toasted pastries in the dark. Oh, boy. So this is how we lost our first medium, our Dervish. So thankfully, we only have one enemy op 4 that we're aware of up top up here. So... yeah, usually we've gotten a bit more lucky, but Served Cold, you've made it work. That's fantastic. Many, many kudos to you on that. That is awesome. We can't quite jump up there and get access to that, so we're going to kind of turn around and shoot back at the buildings, and we'll see if we can't get this last building dropped and get that into the dirt. There we go. Our mission has been successful. We've met the objectives. We can evac out if we want to with 3 units. Toast kind of kicked it, so that's not great. Anyone got any eggs? Sizzle, sizzle. Oh, man, the glowing toast. Hey, Guyver74, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Hopefully things are going well for you, Guyver. Missed talking to you. And, yeah. I'm, at a loss for words. We've had a lot of bad stuff happen already, and it's been a lot of fun all at the same time. We can't really jump and get anything done with Tug, so we're just gonna sprint. We're gonna get our evasion pips. We're gonna get closer to the danger snake that's over here. No idea what it is. And, yeah, apparently they are retreating. They want nothing of this. I cannot blame them. The base is destroyed. Their friends are gone. There's not much left to keep them rocking and rolling.
Okay.
We're going to restart Served Cold over here. He's been baking all of our toaster products over there in the dark over there for the web store. And, all right, we're going to sprint with DK. We're going to get a little bit closer, try to head this mech off at the pass, and we'll see what they are eventually. Tug Bobo, what are they? Let's go say hi. What are you?
Acknowledged.
It's a harasser LRM. What is this? Oh, look at this. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. A little tiny oh gosh, what is it? F-Zero-X style racer with missile pods up top. Oh, you're going to have a bad day, friend. You're going to have a very, very bad day. Oh, yep. That was a bad day.
Vehicle down.
I don't blame him. Oh, man. Seumar says we did a good job. We've done a good job, I guess. I don't think we've come out ahead on the C-bills on this particular mission. We lost a mech. Bad stuff happened. It's a good mission to knock the rust off of. It'll be fine. We got a bunch of bonus payments here. We've got our drop cost as well. We made 220,000 C-bills, but it's going to cost about that to stand up another locust if we can. Toast is out for 132 days, and Tug Boba got an injury as well. Oh, man, look at all those kills, though. Tug and Served Cold racking up the kills today. Holy crap. Shiza, that's a lot. So what do we get? We could get another Locust M piece. We can get a 10K. That'd be pretty darn cool. Let's see. Do we have anything bigger than a 10K that we really, really want? ERPPC, we don't have any of these. I could get one of these, but honestly, as much as I really want that, we need mech pieces really, really, really badly. So I'm going to grab the 10K, and let's just take a look at what the actual 10K is. If the 10K wasn't here, we'd definitely be going for the ERPPC. The Panther PNT-10K, Stock Roll, Sniper, and Light Brawler. The 10K Panther is a high-tech upgrade of the 9R model introduced by Wakizashi Enterprises. The chassis has been rebuilt using endosteel construction techniques and the saved weight used to add an Artemis IV fire control system to the missile launcher, as well as upgrading the PPC to an ER PPC. Since its introduction, the 10K has gone on to replace the 9R as the most common model employed by the DCMS. Now, that being said, here we also have unlockable affinities. So when we are on simulation mode, this is what happens. If you have a pilot that continuously deploys in the same mech chassis, they will get additional bonuses. After 10 deployments, it's consistently, they'll get +1 piloting. After 20, they'll get +1 resolve generation. After 30, they'll get +10 damage after jump and additional jump distance as they get more comfortable with the mech, and they can kind of weasel out additional aspects of it. And second nature, they get better at it for gunnery. Now you can see here you've got the additional quirks and stuff. So you get the endosteel chassis, which provides extra free tonnage. You've got case, so your Artemis doesn't blow up. We detonated that ammunition, and the mech was still standing, which is pretty darn cool. For the mech quirks, you have improved targeting short range, +1 to hit enemies at 240 meters or under, which really synergizes well with the PPC, because if you're in the minimum range, it really kind of takes away a lot of that detriment to running the PPC, which is why I'm a little hesitant at times on this chassis to go in and actually, switch it out for a large laser. There's benefits, there's pros and cons. Nibble jumper as well, which is pretty nice. So, Taliesin asks, what year is it? We're in 3052 right now. We started off in 3048, I believe, from when we started playing this. And you can catch all those previous episodes. I think there's close to 40 of those now over on our YouTube. That being said, the previous playthrough, the Pro Pirate playthrough, we started in 3025. So it's been a lot of fun. The clan invasion is currently rocking and rolling right now. That's right. So we'll see. We're selecting the Panther 10K. We've got 2 pieces. We're going to see if we can get some more. We got a second piece, which is cool, a large laser. We have 5 of those. For jump jets, we have 20 of one of those. So because of the mod, we're going to shift click and sell that right here and do the exact same thing there. That way we don't have to go back into our inventory and kind of build all that stuff up. We should be okay. We'll be all right in that particular aspect. And yeah, we got a 1M piece. We pretty much salvaged the mech that we blew up. That's all we got. And it is at this point what it is. So we'll press that continue button. We'll dive on in and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we got going on. Risa says 40 plus episodes. Not going to get much sleep as I binge watch. Oh, baby. And that's just this series. The previous, well, yeah, there's 80 plus episodes. There's 800 plus hours of us playing BEX3025 with all the crazy, zany, just ridiculous action. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've put a lot of time into this mod and in this game in particular. I've got a 22-year vanilla campaign playthrough from my first vanilla playthrough. I haven't touched it in a little bit. And we don't have videos on that, but I like the gameplay loop. It's a lot of fun. That's right, Darius. We lost the Locust LRM, unfortunately. That mech is gone. It's kaput. It has many, many pieces. So we're going to go over here to the mech bay. We're going to see what we have to repair. We're back down to the Com 1B. Surprisingly, we got this set up as an all-arounder. Early game, this is a pretty okay mech. I was pretty impressed with that. So we're going to repair the Vindicator. We're going to repair this Vindicator as well. And the fire starter is going to need a little bit of a refit. Absolutely. We're going to repair everything that we can. And jump jets and machine gun ammo and all that fun stuff. So what do we have for machine guns? We've got a few. We have a small pulse over here. We're not going to put this on this mech. But in the future, we're going to be putting these on a few others. And I'm pretty stoked about that. So machine gun ammo, we're going to put a half ton over there. We don't need all that much ammo on the fire starter. Usually I try to target about 12 rounds of consistent firing for anything that requires missiles, machine guns, ballistics, ACs, because at that point it gets our ammo count down below half. And if we're in a heavy, heavy brawl, we're likely going to be losing those components pretty darn quick. And as a result of that, I don't want my entire mech to detonate and blow up. We don't have case on these yet because we haven't gotten access to that tier 2 tech just yet. So MG ammo half, we're going to put that in up there. And I mean, other than the jump jets, we should be okay. So we're going to go throw those jump jets back in. And those are really, really nice. So there we go. Not too shabby. That's a lot of machine guns to fuel. It is. It is. We get about, oh gosh, I'd like to say around 6 or 7 full rounds of machine gun action, which is usually enough because we're meleeing a lot. We're meleeing quite a bit with this mech. And its heat efficiency is through the roof as a result. We're not really doing much with it, but it's all part of the fun. 94,000 C-bills, 4 days. You know, we might have come out of this a little bit ahead. Let's see what we have here in storage for lights. I don't think we have anything in one piece. We got some stingers and wasps. We have a thorn, actually, we mostly put together. But we don't have any locust parts just yet. We don't have enough to actually put a locust together, sadly. So that is a bummer. We lost out on the locust. That's okay. Not a big deal. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to travel, get some of these mechs back in action, get some of that stuff repaired. Now, what we're going to be doing here, I'm pretty darn excited about this. I love this feature on this mod. You can see you have got the standard circles to see where you've been. We've been working our way all the way back out from the Outworlds Alliance. But here in this mod, you can come up on your keyboard and press, oh boy, click back in here. You can come up here on your keyboard and press function 1 or F1, Fox 1, and it hides everything that you've been through, and it doesn't show up anymore. And so all you can easily at a glance see is where you still have yet to explore, which is really, really nice. We're going to be filtering, we're going to be looking for 1.5 skull missions. That way we can find a bit more higher tier as well as lower tier to really kind of keep traveling west closer to Tukiyid. We're not ready to face off the clans which are invading. We're not ready to face off against those for a good long while. But I do want to be in this area to kind of, there's a lot of factions meeting here, and I think there's going to be a lot of really interesting missions. So we're going to probably dive into that as much as we possibly can. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So with that, we're going to take a look. What do we have here? This is going to be Shibukawa. Black market, we're not on good terms with the pirates. That's not a big deal maker for us. Research, travel hub. There's not really a lot for us to go there. There's only 2 factions, Draconis Combine and the Federated Sons. Could travel up over here. This is 26 days, which means we're going to be paying more or less for all of our upkeep as well, which is pretty expensive. Now, Comstar presence is cool. We have a chance to find some possibly rare mechs, possibly run into Comstar. We've already had that happen once, and that did not go well for us. Large population, mega city, primitive civilization, so we'll see. This right here is going to be against the Lyran Commonwealth as well. That'll be interesting. So I think what we're going to do is travel this way. We could travel south, but that's really far out of the way, and there's not really much here that's kind of beneficial for us to go that route. So jump system distance, basically in system is 2 days. Everything else is large distance travel. Ogano. Settled by colonists fleeing Terra, Ogano was an independent colony for over a century before being annexed into the Draconis Combine. Not too shabby. 120,000 sea bills, 26 days. Let's press that travel button. Let's get rolling, rocking, and going. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got ourselves a bunch of mechs being repaired. Everything's going well. We should have a system upgrade here coming online soon. I'm pretty darn stoked about that. We've got a large number of pilots coming back online as well, which is always a lot of fun. The DCMS annexing something. What a shock. Absolutely, Hamster. Good as new. Oh, man. Tug Bobo hops off her bed as you enter the medbay. Commander, it's a miracle. I'm as good as new thanks to a little-known natural remedy. Got it for a steal on shore leave. A medtech pulls up an x-ray on a view screen. I hate to admit this, but somehow Tug Bobo's hairline fracture has regenerated in record time. It's perplexing. I think you mean amazing. Don't worry, Commander. It's completely natural supplement. The restorative power is derived from the horn of a Stratford narwhal and refined into a powder. It's pretty tasty in coffee. The medtech's eyes widen with alarm. It would be best if we continued to monitor Tug Bobo. Even though her fracture is healed, there's no telling what sort of unexpected side effects might be caused by this unapproved treatment. Oh, man. Well, we are a privateer vessel, technically operating under letter of marque for corporations out of the Outworlds Alliance. So, you know what? Yeah. Yep, no. Tug Bobo, stay and complete your treatment. You're going to deal with it. Sorry, bud. You pat the edge of Tug Bobo's bed. Maybe everything looks good today, but who knows about tomorrow? If there are adverse side effects, you might end up spending more time stuck in here, and nobody wants that. Finish your treatment, Mech Warrior. She slumps back to her pillow with a groan. I hate it in here. Think of it as a paid vacation. You can do whatever you want. Play Mech Warrior 5, play War Thunder, whatever it may be, as long as you stay in the medbay where you belong. What you're describing is prison, Commander, not vacation. It's not up for discussion. Get some rest, Mech Warrior. Days later, Darius reports in. Bad news. Tug Bobo downed all of that narwhal goop, hoping to get released sooner. She had a severe reaction. The medtechs found her passed out on the floor, drooling, mumbling about video games and streaming. Once she's discharged, I'll be taking strict disciplinary action. Oh, no. Tug Boba got the rebellious tags and reckless. It's pretty fitting. Tug Boba is an awesome, awesome individual. Oh man, rebellious. You're not the boss of them. -1 resolve. This pilot makes their own way in the world. Reckless. Shoot first, question the corpse later. +1 to hit, -1 defense. Okay, it should be should be a lot of fun. Oh, that's right. That's right, Graybeard. It's natural antibiotic and speed. That's right. Tug is in trouble now. Oh man. Write some letters to Dorkwife. Scroll down. Does he have a third one? He does not. Sadly, it's only the only two. We're not that poorly off, so we're okay. We're gonna press that continue button, and we got one more day to go for the Argo upgrade. Tug being a troublemaker. Oh man, I mean it sounds like a tugboat captain, to be honest. Well, we've got that. Let's go take a look at the engineering area. Let's go see what we have here for upgrades. Now we are working through this. We did play with the cheaper version of the upgrades. Halfway through this campaign, we switched to a newer version of the mod. We were almost completely upgraded at that time, so we're continuing to work through on that. Now let's see here. 250,000 C-bills. That's not too bad. It allows us to repair mechs better. I say let's dive on into it. It should be good. And that should be a good place to start so we can get rolling again. Now we're going to go forward one more day, and then I'm going to show you some cool stuff after that. So we have our Wolverine ready to go, as well as our financial report hitting us right in the face. And just like that, we are below 1.5 million C-bills. And as a result, it is it's going to mean we're going to be prioritizing C-bills yet again. So there we go. King of Kings says these tags only seem to have a minor effect on the game. I wish HBS had expanded on that feature. I do too as well. What I can say is these tags do have an increased effect here, at least in BEX3025. And a few other mods that are out there like Battletech Revised, the effect is actually improved upon. And so for us, that +1 to hit, -1 defense actually is about a 20% boost or 20% increase in the likelihood of getting hit and stuff like that. So there's a bit more of a weight thrown around to these things. Plus, they also open up other events, as Hamster has said, which can give some really good benefits as well as some pretty dire downsides. So it's a little bit more weightful compared to vanilla, but not as impactful as some of the other mods that are out there. I do like it. It's a lot of fun, especially when we have individuals here from chat that are a part of the crew. We get to see how they interact in interesting ways, which is always a lot of fun. I like them. Yeah, they do have actual impacts into the actual game itself now. It's absolutely 100% true. So we've got our bills paid. One of the cool things that we can do here with this mod is we can come down here to the travel aspect, and we can actually shift and click. And what that does is it'll accelerate time. It'll skip a lot of the potential loading scenes and time spent just watching the ship kind of float on through. And so it does speed up your ability to get to where you got to go and actually get more stuff on the way. So you can actually get to streaming and playing it's a little bit quicker. And it's really nice. I like it. Hamster says, I had someone go from drunk to unstable. I kept popping them up with drinks at the wrong time. Oh, gotta be careful with that, Hamster. Holy, you're gonna make people fall over, man, during battle. That's not great. So here we go. We're jumping around. We're getting closer to where we gotta be. Hopefully everybody's day and hopefully everybody's weekend is going well. I know here in the States it's a big holiday weekend. I know I started off with a stream, saying it's Memorial Day. We're always thinking about the people that are allowing us to do this and be here, which, mad respect to that sacrifice that's been done. And as a result, we're here playing video games, hanging out online, doing some fun, cool stuff. So hopefully everyone's weekend is going well. Hopefully you've got some cool plans. If your weekend isn't going that great, hopefully it gets better. And, it's all part of the adventure. Drunken Monkey Mech style. There you go, Reese's. Absolutely. Pirates ambush the Argo. Oh, boy. Blaring claxons interrupt an otherwise quiet morning routine as several fast-moving ships appear, pacing the Argo. Darius broadcasts their hail to the bridge.
You're flying through our space, strangers. It's awfully dangerous out here. Just awful, especially for a ragged-looking ship like the Argo, is it? Tell you what. We'll provide you with a safe passage for a price, of course.
While you consider your options, Sumire pops up. Commander, if you could buy me some time, I could do a rapid fire up with a leopard. That'll teach him not to mess with us. Well, you know what? I need the sea bills, so go for it, Sumire. I'm sure it'll be fine. The frustrated pirate tries to walk you through the money transfer one more time.
No, the last account number is a 0, not the letter O. It's never the letter O.
Just then, the leopard leaps free from its docking collar on the side of the Argo and fires a barrage of LRMs at the pirate ships. The pirates retaliate with laser blasts, and the whole ship groans as emergency systems activate. After another flash of light from the Leopard, the enemy captain gives the order to retreat. Unfortunately, it's too late for Tank Hair, who is caught on the wrong side of a blast door and ends up in the med bay. Tank Hair, you just sucked vacuum, man, but you're alive. Holy crap. Oh, Tank Hair suffers 2 injuries. Wow. Holy crap. Tank, you're a legend, man. Wow. Holy cow. 64 days. 64 days. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess you get a chance to hang out with Tug Boba for a little bit. Dive into that streaming career. Holy cow. That's right. He could borrow Tug's meds if he hadn't downed it all. I know, right? I know. Wow. Well, we're 1 day away from traveling to Ogano. We're going to get there. We're going to have a little bit of fun in the process. Look at that orbital entry. Oh, this game is so beautiful when it wants to be. It's fantastic. We're going to continue on. We're going to get here, and we don't have much money to spend, but I am going to come over here and take a look at the store just to see what's here. Banshee, Firestarter parts, a Lancelot. That's pretty cool. Thunderbolt parts, Wasps, a Whitworth as well. We're slowly getting enough parts to put one of these together one day. I like the mech. I think it's really, really cool. I'm not convinced it's that effective, but it's a lot of fun. It's pretty awesome. AC2s, Artemis 4s, Lasers Plus. That's pretty good for a decent price as well. Small Lasers Plus, we're going to buy that. We can always use those, especially the more damaged ones. And in terms of ammo and stuff, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. Nothing super, super crazy. What do we have for contracts and missions? That's going to be the other thing we got to take a look at here. Do we have much we can do? The answer is yes, absolutely, because we are below 1.5 million C-bills, and as a result, we're going to be prioritizing some cash. That's pretty darn cool. We're going to be making bank. Now, that being said, we could lose most of it, so there is that. But we are going to be making bank. We are going to be doing pretty darn awesome. So, and last but not least, we're going to take a quick look over at the hiring hall to see who we have. Do we have any streamer pilots? We do not. Some general pilots. We're already at 8 out of 8 berths. We'll be expanding that probably the next time we stream. That way we can get some more pilots going on, get some more people pulled in. We'll see what happens at that time. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a quick BRB. I got to go use the restroom. I'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll dive on in to do some more missions here in a moment. Aw, yeah. All right, and we're back. Oh, man. Hamster says, yes, eat vacuum and chase nurses. It's a Merc's life. That sounds fantastic. Oh, all right. Well, let's dive back in. We've got our mission to do. We got some stuff to probably make horrible decisions on. That's all part of the fun. That's all part of the adventure. So we've got our mechs mostly all repaired up. Let's see here. We got some extra names here, which I don't recall, which is pretty darn cool. Double Trouble, Blown Operation. He does his own stunts. Looks hilarious. Right now, we are below our self-imposed limit of 1.5 million C-bills, so we're going to prioritize taking a large amount of cash if we can. And a 1 skull down here. Ooh, or a 2 skull. An assassination. This could be very, very painful. This could be very, very brutal. 2 skulls can flex up to 3, which is potentially pretty hard. Let's see here. I'm looking through here. Do we know what they're... We don't really know. We don't really know what faction they're fighting for. I think we're going to do the escort. I think we're going to deal with the blown operation. We'll get a lot of money from this one. I think it'll work out well. And we'll use that to fund more mech purchases and dive on in. So let's see what we got going on here. Again, we're going to be prioritizing C-bills. Pick 1, get 5. 400,000 C-bills should be enough to get us, hopefully, above that 1.5 million C-bill mark. And we can start going through some more salvage and stuff like that. Again, words are hard. I'm just really excited to be playing this game. And I'm just really, really diving on into this. So thank you much, everybody, for stopping on in and saying hello. It's been a fantastic start to that stream. And we're going to keep on going. So let's accept this. It should be good. And let's see what we got here for some mechs. We have a Wolverine. Oh, baby. That's right. Our SRM Wolverine. SRM 6s and an SRM 4 because that's all we had at that time. Yeah, that's right, Hamster. Lots of interesting missions in the current version. I'm pretty darn stoked about that. That's pretty awesome. So DK and Served Cold over here doing their things. Who do we have floating around? Krieg is still injured. Still healing. Tank Hair is now healing. Toast is healing. Tug is healing. Holy wow. Do we have anyone that's spent time in the Wolverine? That's kind of the next big question. We have the Jenner we could bring out, I suppose. Oh man. Harry posted what looks like some more mission types he's working on in Discord. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm pretty excited to see when those get incorporated. It should be really, really interesting. I've really enjoyed the additional missions like Blackout and a few others that have been included into the mod. It really changes up what you're dealing with, and it really is refreshing and pretty darn cool, which honestly I'm pretty excited about. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna pull the Firestar out. We're gonna bring the Jenner back in with the 4 medium lasers. It's our own Jenner 7D. And let's see, who was it that was running the Jenner? That was Harry down here. We'll bring Harry down here to run the Jenner. And do we have anyone that was running the Wolverine? Not really. Not really, honestly. Everyone else that would possibly run the Wolverine has been wrecked out hard. Yeah, Krieg was running the Wolverine for a bit, but they're out for a while. So I think we'll bring Steel Warrior down to run the Wolverine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be a-okay. Yeah, environmental effects and stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. And you're right, Hamster. SRM boat for the 6R isn't a terrible option. I've run it. That's probably kind of my go-to. I like the triple SRM6s on the Wolvie as well as the Kentaro. A little bit less on the Griffin. It tends to fall apart a lot, as we've found. But it's a good start. It's a good start for things, for sure. Well, with that, let's hit that dive on in button. Let's hit that deploy button. Let's get squared away. I'm going to take another swig of my non-sponsored Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Major Melon. If you really, really want to try some interesting flavors, I highly encourage you to check this one out. It's a really, really tasty one for sure. Now, the flavor wears off after you go through about, 3 12-packs in the course of a week. But the first time you taste it, it's pretty darn melony tasting. But we're going to reach down to the grab bag of voicedom, grab ourselves a voice that we haven't done before. Let's see what we got down there. While I take a swig of delicious soda. Oh, baby. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. So what do we have here? We got a moon up there in orbit, kind of hanging out on the dusk portion here, the transition zone of the planet, which looks awesome. Our objectives are to capture the facility, protect covert team, and extract safely. So it's an interesting escort mission. Basically, we're breaking in, getting them from point A to point B. That should be good. It's a 1 skull difficulty mission. That means it could flex to 2 skulls, 434,000 C-bills. Pick one, get 5 for salvage. Not too shabby. Reese's Rule says, you're going to have to bounce in a few. When is the next stream? So Reese's, I usually stream every single Sunday about this time. That's the plan. That's the goal. Occasionally, I'll have bonus streams on the off Fridays, every other Friday. But you can always catch previous streams here on Twitch as well as over on our YouTube channel. The streams over on the YouTube channel will usually be about a week delayed from when we stream them here. And you'll be able to get a chance to go over there and catch them over there as well. So thank you very much. Absolutely, thank you very much for stopping on by. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the adventure. And as always, if you have any questions about Battletech, especially BEX3025, feel free to reach out to myself, anyone here in chat, or the BEX community, and we'll be sure to get you the answers that you need for sure. Craig says, don't get still killed in my Wolvie. I hate hosting out the cockpit. Yeah, I mean, they've got drain plugs there for a reason, right? You just kind of put some solvent in and just, we won't talk about it, but for sure. Save the metal, kill the meat, or however it goes. Yeah. Reese says, groovy. If you don't see me here, I'll see you here. Alrighty, man. Dude, thank you much for stopping on by. Much appreciated. So what do we have here for our escort mission? Less than an hour ago, we lost contact with a covert team tasked with infiltrating a Cretan facility. The only reason for them not to respond is if their operation was blown by discovery or counterintelligence. The research materials they were meant to collect, aka Pop-Tart plans, are extremely important and we can't afford to lose them. We need you to make a rapid and immediate deployment to the facility and get our people and their Pop-Tart cargo to safety. When I hear rapid and immediate, it makes me think no intel and expect nasty surprises, Commander. So it's business as usual, Darius? Well, we'll see how this goes, chat. We'll see how this goes. Let's press that begin mission button. It's going to be sideways, upside down, and on fire. But you know what? It is what it is. Alrighty.
Mercenary force, you are entering a restricted quarantine area. Withdraw or you will be fired upon.
Yeah, they weren't surprised at all to see us. That sounds like a blown operation to me.
Agreed. Commander, once you've dealt with the response force, you'll find our employer's people here at this facility. Try not to get any of them shot or stepped on. Good luck.
I don't recall this mission before. I haven't played this mission before, so that's really, really freaking cool. I am a huge fan already. Let's see where we're at. We are not really in a backed up corner this way or the other, so we could see reinforcements probably on this side or that side. We just got to keep an eye on it. Let's see. Yeah, when I hear Darius, it makes me think no intel. Leg on my Pop-Tarts. Absolutely. So this is a really, really cool territory. I love these maps. These things explode, which is cool. Some of these then do additional damage or make it harder to get hit or hit enemies that are within them. Other times they also explode like a coolant exchanger, and they then provide an area of coolant, which is pretty darn cool. I'm looking at this. This is water. Interesting. Oh, this is kind of like a wet landing pad area for dropships and stuff. That way things don't catch on fire. That's cool. Oh, this is really nifty. Ladies and gents, normally you can see the map really well. This time you can't because of the dusk. Oh, this is really, really cool. Oh, this is real. I like this. I like this quite a bit. We literally have no intel. We're going into this blind. We don't even know what the city looks like. No one took a look at the LiDAR map as we were dropping on in. Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. So we could literally be wandering into a dead end and not even know it. This is cool. First off, this is a bummer for us because tactically it means we are a little bit on the defensive already hosed. But at the same time, from a player and immersion standpoint, this is really, really cool. Oh, man, this is cool. Look at that. Even have pizza over there. I like it. Pizza. It's cool. I like it. Let's dive on in. Let's see what happens, and we'll go from there. So, new plan of action. Face first into the enemy. We'll reveal, hopefully, what we can. Destroy the enemy blocking force, which is right over here, and the capture zone's here. And we'll go from there. Yeah, so normal operating procedures, Krieg. Absolutely. Hamster says, SLDF staplers and Pop-Tarts, the currencies of war. That's right. The Twinkie market dried up a little bit, but the Pop-Tart market, it's been nascent for a little while, and now it's ready to go. Carrots. You forgot carrots. That's true. That's very true. So we are traveling faster on roads, which is nice. And we do have ourselves a electrical transformer. This will be pretty crazy. And an unknown mech as well. Now, this one skull could flex down. It could flex up. We don't know. But at the very least, the pay is really, really good. So I'm pretty darn happy about that. We're going to get our Jenner moving up as fast as we can. I want to get some shots in. I don't want to be near this transformer, though, because that'll hurt really, really bad when it blows up. But we'll take it in stride, and we'll see. We've run into a Firestarter H. Okay, cool. We got another mech over here, another mech over here. And so they definitely know we're here. We know we're running into an ambush. So the question is, are we going to get embroiled up here and then get completely wrapped up with reinforcements? That's probably what's happening. Ooh, a Firestarter with a really cool little logo there. That's nifty. Wonder who these individuals are. I don't really know. We'll find out. We'll find out when they get a chance to go. But in the meantime, we're going to shoot them. We're going to zap them right in their silly faces. Bazap, 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 bazap. There we go. Tickle the paint. The Arcab Legion. Ladies and gents, does anyone know what the Arcab Legion is? I don't really know. I'm intrigued. It's a cool name, and it's a cool little simple logo. You know, I think it's all right. That's nifty. That's nice. That's cool. The question is, are we within the blast zone? We probably are. I kind of want to shoot it. Whoosh, whoosh for days. Sure. We'll shoot this thing. We'll see what happens. Harry, buckle up. Strap those straps tight. It's going to be painful. Here we go. And boom. I think Harry's just outside the blast zone, which is good. There goes a pile of damage into that Firestarter. Baby, baby, baby. That's right. That was a bad, bad move for them. And, oh yeah, that's good. A Commando 2D, large laser inbound. There we go. Medium laser. They're a splinter of some cultural part of the DCMS. Huh, okay. Well, we'll have to take them down and show them that the Breadbox Privateers mean business no matter what we do. Medium laser at SRM-10s. All right, the 2D is dangerous for sure. Now let's see. What do we have here? Do we know? We don't quite know just yet
Yep.
how badly this is situated. So we're going to shift over here, pivot up a little bit, and we're going to see just how this goes. So as always, Sarna is your friend, for sure. I like to go into stuff and learn it on the fly, absolutely. I like to learn stuff as we kind of run into it, and I've done that a lot with the clans via this mod. It's been a lot of fun. So let's see, we're going up here. What are we dealing with here? Electrical field. The exposed conduit's electromagnetic discharge interferes with targeting systems. +4 difficulty to hit unless within electrical field. +4 difficulty for attacks made by units within an electrical field. So you can see over there, it's not great. It's really, really, really bad. We can shoot this over here. That's a little bit better. So we're going to multi-target. We're going to shoot the commando with what we can. And then we're going to come in over here with the medium laser. Might as well blast it out and see what we get.
Acknowledged.
So there we go. Boom and boom. A lot of misses. A couple hits there with the LRMs. It's all right. Blasting out the terrain behind them. And we miss with the medium laser. Stripping a pip. Works out well.
I knew.
Sheriff Cole says, if it's standard escort mission, it's blockading force, then reinforcements after securing the convoy, then more reinforcements when the LZ is triggered. Absolutely. The big question is this a standard escort mission? I don't know. I'm assuming it is, but I haven't seen this particular style before, and I'm always curious because things can go weird, and that's where it gets both horrifying and really, really intriguing. So, Hamster says they excel in lightning recon and raids. Well, they've got the mechs for it right now. They absolutely are floating that boat properly. That is for sure. They got a Stinger up there as well, so I think this is definitely a one skull for sure. See, 30%, pretty good actually, and 40. So we're gonna do the PPC up there on the Stinger. Everything else over here to the mech that's in the basically electromagnetic fields. Blasting on up. They're full armor as well, so it's a solid one skull mission. Not too shabby. And zapping away and missing with the disco ball. Oh boy, ick, ick, ick. So the Archive Legion is here. They're doing what they can do. They're zapping away. They're firing out of that stuff. We have our Jenner, which is going to be moving at a pretty fast clip is the goal. That being said, how fast do we want to make this? We can come up here and bazap away. Or we can kind of fall back. I think I want to come back over here as much as we can and fall back a little bit. I don't want to move through this territory, though. That would be a bummer. Maybe we can. I'm not really sure. Sure, we'll move point blank range. We'll see what happens. Run through it. It's fine. We didn't get oh gosh, what are the words that I'm looking for? We didn't get a debuff because we didn't start or stop or turn in it. So there we go. At point blank range, 53%. Here we go. Bazap, bazap, bazap. We got at least one hit. Not too shabby. Not as good as I was hoping for. But we did destroy the right arm and the fire starter. When we stressed them out, we have decreased their ability to murder us, which is always an improvement. It's always quite nice. That being said, SRM-10s effectively can be pretty dangerous. So that Firestarter 9 can see static and his hair is standing on end. Yeah, absolutely. Things are not going that well for them, that's for sure. We're going to have a Wolverine go over here and stand over in water because, well, you know what? We're going to get a little bit hot potentially. And we're just going to whoosh straight away. Yeah, that's going to be the best opportunity to go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So here we go, right into that area. Bada bing, bada boom. And only 23 left on the internal torso, or on the CT. And boom, they're panicking. They're bailing on out. I thought you liked me. You might be in the wrong industry, man. Might be in the wrong industry. There you can see 33% for the enemy blocking lance. What that means is we are absolutely at a one skull difficulty, which is pretty straightforward. It did not flex up in toughness, which is helpful for us.
Yes, Commander.
It means we're basically going to get a best chance to really get in here and do some good, solid work. So we're going to take the zap over here onto the Stinger, try to make this mech go away if we can. There it is. There goes a whole arm. The PPC took it clean off. Holy wah. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome right there. Data King 1, we're going to come over here as well. And we can multi-shot if we need to. And I think that's what we're going to do. LRM-10s over onto this one. Everything else over onto this one. So primary target here, LRM-10s over onto the commando, just to let them know that we're paying attention. We know they're there. It's all right. Here we go. Boom! Another PPC taking the shoulder off this time. 2 PPC shots, 2 pieces of the mech blasted away. That is going to leave a mark for sure. Arcab Legion doing what they got to do. Trying to keep us away from this target, I think. while the reinforcements, narratively speaking, are trying to close in on the zone. They're trying to buy time for their allied reinforcements to get here. And you know what? Kudos to them for doing that. It's not really going to help much in the end, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to move over here and try to get another PPC blast on this Stinger if we can. We're overheating just a little bit, so we're going to turn off the one medium laser that's a little bit less likely to hit. And we missed with the PPC and a bunch of the medium lasers, but we do have the CT armor completely stripped. Here comes the Stinger going for broke, up into melee distance, onto our Vindicator. That is going to be a pretty brave move, but I don't think it's going to work out that well. Really, they're trying to push us back away from this particular area, and I get it. I really, really do, but it's not the smartest of moves for sure. So here we go. We're going to get the Generous zooming over there, get some evasion pips generated, and getting all 4 of those medium lasers blasting on up. In fact, we're going to spread a precision strike to go for the CT, bumping that likelihood to 63% for each of the medium lasers. Here we go. 3 hits, and boom! They are basically bailing on out. I will ride Eternal, shiny and chrome. They have panic launched into the stratosphere, and now it just leaves a commando that's probably not too happy about the situation. Gotta be honest, this would probably be really, really unideal. We're going to launch everything that we have, including the LRMs. We want to make sure we get as much damage as we got going in here. Boom! The PPC removing portions of the mech. The whole right torso is gone. And that is why I love the PPCs. They pack a pretty powerful punch. They pack a pretty powerful punch when they hit. We're going to move over here with the Wolverine SRM6s and basically stripping the pips, stripping the armor all the way down to the CT, ripped wide open. And you know what? Kudos to this pilot continuing to try to buy as much possible time as their mech just gets torn asunder around them. As reinforcements are slowly trying to make their way to the battlefield. We're going to see those once we trigger this operation here to get this convoy started. So I get it. And but it's just not going to be enough. Here's the Jenner coming in, and we're going to be overheating a little bit. That's okay. Here we go. Zapping, zapping, zapping. 2 hits, and boom, CT destroyed. That pilot did not make it out of that mech. That is what it is. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move up here. And the question is, where are we going? We don't know. We've gone into this blind. We don't know where we're basically trying to get these convoys to. Over here somewhere in the dark, I can't see what it is. I really, really like this. So, Harry, if you're out there watching, if we can get some more missions where we basically have fog of war, we don't know what's out here, we can't see the lay of the land, please include these in. These are really cool because it adds a little bit of uncertainty. I don't really know where the best mechanism is to route my way around the city. And so we're really having to deal with the details in front of us, the tactics and the approaches and the obstacles and the objectives in front of us, really in a very realistic, real-time manner, and really kind of make some snap decisions on what we have to do. And that's pretty darn cool. I like that a lot, quite a bit. Hamster says, yeah, nice clear lanes of fire. Can't argue with the PPCs. Absolutely. So here we go. Lyran Combat Officer. Crap. We're glad to see you folks. I was worried you would have to walk home. We have an LZ marked for you. Is your team ready to move? Everyone who's left, we're mounting up now. Kaboom. Let's move, people. Darius, Commander, I'm seeing a lot of new mech signatures out there. It looks like someone kicked a beehive. Well, that someone was probably us. Probably us. The big question is, what do we have for support? Large laser, that's beneficial. We have up here is SRM2, that's not so great. And driving in a corner so I can't click on you. Machine guns, not that helpful either. And a medium laser. So our convoy escort is not really going to be that helpful for us. Got some really cool vehicles down here, though. Absolutely, some battle bus style stuff going on. But it's just not going to be as useful as I was hoping. It really, really wouldn't be, to be honest. So that's right. Peak Lyran scouting. Holy wow. Well, let's get up here. Got to get some sprinting action going on here. Our Cab Legion's out there somewhere. So we're just going to keep moving as fast as we can and see if we can't keep up. That's the goal. We got to get to where we got to go. And enemy contact up here. Ooh. Okay, so this here's our target. And we've got 2 mechs coming up here. Unknown tonnage. But we do know that they are mechs. They are bipedal. They do have reactors on board. The The big question is going to be, what are we running into, and can we make it work? I think we will in the long term, and hopefully we don't lose any pilots. It is a one skull mission, so it's going to be a matter of, can we make this function in a way that is beneficial to us and not very beneficial to the enemy? All right, so we've got Harry up here. We're just going to keep moving. There's not a lot that we can do to engage right now, so we're going to brace on this. We do not have any sensor lock pilots with us at the moment, which is a problem, right? That is something that we have to talk about. That is going to be a deficiency. Sensor lock pilots and long range like LRMs are really, really key to being successful at a lot of these escort missions. Absolutely, hands down, every single time, because you can ping a lot of these targets and start engaging them before they engage your convoy, and it really focuses their attention on you versus the other way around. And we have not done that, so we're really trying to get these convoys up here. Hopefully the next turn they'll be there and we can make this work, but it's going to be a little bit of a tight adventure for sure. So Data King, we're going to be sprinting as much as we can. Definitely the Vindicators are slow. The Vindicators are painfully slow at times. Unfortunately, the Wolverine, while it is a little bit fast, we don't have a lot of ability to reach out and damage a lot of mechs that are out there. The SRM6, the triple SRM6 that we have going on, it's not that awesome. It's a Phoenix Hawk. That's going to be painful, and a Firestarter H. That's not so bad. And they're basically watching us move, and they're on top of a building, so we're going to have the Jenner move up as much as possible. That way we can keep these individuals rotating. We're going to move up here, zap back, and target the building. Try to drop the building if we can. And 3 solid hits. There we go. Phoenix Hawk going down. Ground floor coming up. Oh yeah. AKA Kobo, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. How's it going, my friend? Hopefully your weekend is going well. If not, hopefully we're making it a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Stray shot coming in from the large laser. Finally getting a convoy vehicle there. Really helping along, which is nice. Not too shabby. Served cold. We're going to come up here and just face tank the enemy. Why not? That's what we're going to do. And you know what? They're in cover technically 80%, or this. I think we're going to go for the Phoenix Hawk. We're going to keep trying to pick this mech apart. We missed with the PPC, but we do get a good solid amount of shots with the medium lasers. Not too shabby. APC is moving up there, and a few more are rolling as well. Getting a little bit closer. There we go. The SRM. So next turn, all of these APCs that we're escorting should hopefully be able to take off, and that'll be pretty nice. That'll be pretty nice. We are fighting the RCAB Legion at the moment, so we're going to be hanging in there and hopefully wrapping this up here pretty darn quick on this mission. AKA says, doing well, playing Mech 5. So, AKA, I got to ask, what do you think about the new DLC? Do you think, at least for a lot of the visual stuff, it solves a lot of problems? It looks pretty darn cool. I really, really like a lot of the environmental stuff they've added in for the new DLC for MechWarrior 5. It looks pretty darn cool, so. Graybeard says, by the way, Toast, I recognize all of your pilots except for Steel. For sure. So Steel Warrior used to be known as Flavolicious. They haven't been streaming that much, but they do. They are a licensed individual. They have a license for 3D printing a lot of atlases and stuff like that officially for Catalyst Labs and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. So Flavolicious used to be a bit more active in a lot of the streams and stuff like that. He's now switched over to Steel Warrior, which is the name of his business. Yeah. So that's who Steel Warrior is for sure. He's a pretty cool dude. Pretty cool dude. Canadian who drives a bus for a day job, which is pretty darn awesome. He gets a chance to run into a lot of crazy people, and they get some really cool stories and stuff like that. It's always interesting to see how his day has gone. I've had a chance to chat with him and chat for sure. Steel Warrior, speaking of which, going up there and showing that Phoenix Hawk that they don't need armor. They don't need to deal with that. That being said, that Firestarter is getting up close and personal. All the flamers, all the machine guns, all the lasers. It's not super, super great. Served cold up there, getting a little bit more roasty toasty. And we're going to get a little bit closer up here. We should be able to dual shot this. So here we go. Multi-target up there, as well as throwing the medium laser up here onto the backside of this Firestarter. Here we go. And boom, there it is. No pants for you. And the Firestarter gets tickled a little bit as well. Jump in the ceremonial pond. That's a really, really good choice. Oh, man, the officer, we can't move on without you. I'm right here. Ah, come on, convoy. I'm right here. Oh, I haven't had a chance to move the Jenner is kind of what's happened there, unfortunately. Structure exposed, served cold. on the backside, it's not working well. Phoenix Hawks get a bonus as part of jumping to their damage. So, and of course, there it is. We're moving here a little bit out of sequence. That's a bummer. Well, it is what it is. We're going to pivot around. Get moving, you convoy. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Insert frustration word right there. There we go. Hey, boss, I'm seeing more contacts. Whatever these guys stole, it must be pretty important.
Good work, Commander.
Yeah, there's another one right here.
Package is underway.
So we got to get them to that point. Yeah, uh-oh. Yep, again. And Data King's got his shoulder open too, so it must be a fashion statement these days. And DK's on fire. Allied Lance is getting in there. Arcab Legion, Allied Lance. And for those of you that are watching, if you're new to Battletech, let's say you've picked it up on Humble Bundle or something like that, and you're just starting to dive in, you can always press the space bar to speed through some of the additional movement that's out there. If you have AIs that are taking a little bit slower and you want to, get a little bit more action going on, you can make that work. So we have one more mech here. We're gonna leave the Jenner alone for the moment.
I'm here.
And DK is really not getting that much hotter. Not dealing with a lot of bad stuff. But we are going to jump over here. Oh, we can't jump into the pond. We probably are just a little bit too far away is what it is. So we're going to move a little bit closer. And with the Vindicator over here with the LRMs and all that fun stuff. And you know what? We're going to try to knock over this Phoenix Hawk with the LRM. So we're going to multi-shot. It's a bad chance to hit regardless. So we're going to go with the LRM 10s over onto the Phoenix Hawk just to see if we can knock him over. And we're going to go for it and see what happens. So there we go.
Confirmed.
Get to the water. It's like a chopper, but it's wet.
There we go. He stripped an evasion pip. Didn't knock over the Phoenix Hawk. And the Arcab Legion gets a chance to go again. And the second mech is over there trying to get line of sight on basically the pickup point. But they haven't gotten that option yet.
Commander.
And so here we go. We're going to go over in the water. Going to move over here. Medium lasers. It's all energy. Better chance to hit-ish here. We're going to keep focusing on the Phoenix Hawk. I'm going to go for a precision strike onto the legs, I think. We're going to try to make this work. There we go. Taking out a leg with the PPC. Served cold. Knocking down the mech. That is going to be a pilot injury. And boom, down they go. -1 initiative. Oh, yeah. Do it. Do it now. What are you waiting for? Enemy turn is our turn. And Steel Warrior. Got a pretty good option here at some point, I think. I saw pink. Not really sure. We're going to go stand over here in the water where we can cool down as well. And we're going to go for the called shot on the other leg. See if we can't make this work with our Wolverine SRMs. Smattering that around. And, well, we definitely stressed them out. That's about it. And there comes the drop pod. The Leopard landed in for the extraction point. There we go. One more unit has to get in there. Come on, get in there. What are you waiting for? There we go. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Firestarter's getting in there. Unfortunately, we might have this whole convoy just get eaten alive inside the landing zone. So, fingers crossed. We'll see. You know, chat, it kind of looks like it's starting to get lighter. I know it's probably just me, not really noticing stuff. But it's like we're fighting through the morning. Oh, man. Hope everybody's got their OJ and their toast ready to rock and roll. So Harry's over here. Looks like everybody's in the landing zone. There's a whole squadron of mechs over here. That's not fantastic. That's really not that great. So that being said, we're going to go leave them alone. And we're going to try to take care of this Phoenix Hawk. This is probably an absolute horrible idea, but we need to get these mechs cleared up. There we go. More firepower rolling in. The leg is still up. They are panicked, and they're still awake. Oh, man. One more round. There it is. The Panthers zapping on in and getting some firepower in. The heavy-wheeled APC is holding their own. Don't tank them with a Jenner. I thought about it. I really, really did, honestly. And more large laser rolling on in. The heavy-wheeled APC seems to be okay for the moment. Allied turn. The Arcab Legion again getting some more shots in. Here comes the Wasp with a medium laser and SRM2. And zapping it. Oh, we lost a vehicle. That's a bummer. We definitely do not get that bonus structure, but they should be fine. They should be okay to get out of here. And once more, we're going to use this opportunity to continue to fire away into the Phoenix Hawk, going for that leg again. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Nope, we're just really causing a lot of problems for that pilot over there. They are not happy about this at all. So they're standing up with the Phoenix Hawk. They've been getting pounded upon, just laying down on the ground. Less weight to worry about. There you go. Leopard will be able to get away a little bit faster. It's a positive way to think about it. And, you know, kudos to this Phoenix Hawk pilot. They're getting up. They're still fighting. Right now, it's a 7-4. It's a 7-4 advantage on their side. And they've got the tonnage advantage as well. So, you know, they're doing a really, really good job, all things considered. PPC, we're going to back up a little bit. So that way we're all in the most optimal range band. And we're just going to blast away. Boom! There it is. Left arm destroyed with another PPC shot. And that pilot is got 2 injuries on board. And they've finally had enough. They're tired of their mech getting blown to pieces. And that's pretty darn nice for that. I'm pretty excited about that. We got our Vindicator over here with the LRM-10. And we can back up, maybe? We can actually get into cover. Let's see, can we jump over here? We can. Not the best for the LRMs. We're going to launch everything we can, minus the LRMs due to heat. And we're going to launch it over here into this fire starter. Boom! There it is. Knocked down a building down here, it looks like, on the bottom side. That was pretty crazy. And we got some good solid hits in there. The objective is secured, Commander. There it is. Leopard's taken on off, which is fantastic. There we go. Now we have our own evac zone, which hopefully isn't too far away. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Enemy contact for sure. Oh, man. Oh, the fire star's getting behind us. Oh, boy. Oh, hang in there, DK. Hang in there. That is the toughest Phoenix Hawk 1 Plus pilot I've ever seen. I mean, Phoenix Hawks are pretty good mechs. Oh. Oh. DK had some bad stuff happen. Oh, I don't know as if we're going to be able to easily get access to that. Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight on our hands. It's not going to go great. It's not going to go great. Here we go. Fire with the medium lasers. We probably should have turned that 4th one on. I forgot about it. Oh, boy. It's only DK, Krieg says. It's only DK. And Data King 1, we're running a little bit hot. We're going to turn around in melee and lose some heat. Here we go. Boom, 55 internal damage. Head hit, pilot injured. Oh, man. So the RCAB Legion is really bringing it home. It's not going great. Oh,
Commander, I'm wounded.
go gosh. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely right, Hamster. Boot to the head, and in comes the PPC. Oh, all the pain. All the pain. Oh, boy. You know what? I'm just trying to figure out what do we need to do here. I think we need to run.
Receiving you.
Yeah, sod it and leg it. I think that's exactly what we need to do here. Now, unfortunately, Vindicator's not that great, and this one doesn't have jump jets, so there's not a lot that we can easily do to get out of the situation. So what we are going to do is maneuver the Vindicator over here, away from the enemies coming in over here, and at least get some shots in on this particular mech. And precision strike. There we go. Into the CT. Here it is. We missed. Oh, not great. Not great. Run in the serpentine fashion. That's right. Serpentine. Oh, boy. Hey, tank, make some room in the med bay. That's right. Ugh. We can at least get to the evac zone with the Jenner. Everything else is really, really, really slow,
Waiting for orders.
which is not fantastic. So we're going to sprint with the Wolverine. Yeah, not fantastic. Not fantastic. They're trying to move closer to us, though, so at least we have that going for us.
Orders.
Harry does have the ability to really kind of boot, scoot, and buggy a lot of different ways. So we're going to move up here and try to get this fire starter at least off of DK. That's the goal. Again, we're going to try to go for a precision strike. Possibly, we're just going to go for the arm. Here we go. Bazap, 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 bazap. There goes the arm, reducing some of the firepower. Left arm destroyed.
Reporting. Critical.
And we do need to get out of here for sure. Run the Jenner into the easy and eject the other pilots. Yeah, we can definitely do that served, and I think that's probably what we are going to need to do. The downside is that's going to eat all of our yeah, that's going to eat. Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh. Ooh, huh? That's going to eat all of our C-bills, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Oh my goodness. What is a raptor? What? Oh. Served?
That shot was
Yeah, we're gonna eject you, served. That's not good. What is a raptor? Oh my goodness. What is this thing? A Raptor RTX OA? What? 2 large lasers. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Better eat the Seabills than lose the medal. Totally. Yeah, I would agree. Vindicators are expensive. We're gonna blast you out of there, served. And there you go. DC Omni. What? Are you serious? Ooh. All right, hang on, Graybeard. Let me give me permission here. There you go. You should be good to go to post that link. Yeah, we're gonna bail out on this. We are not ready to be dealing with that. Absolutely. And the question is, can we get up here?
Understood.
I hope so.
Moving.
I hope so. DK is in a really bad spot. He's got his backside. Yeah, it's a spicy boy for sure, Hamster. Well, I have a feeling that we are basically
Standing by.
we are losing this particular one. We're gonna try to get DK to buy some time, if we can, over here, hiding out of line of sight and shooting this mech in the back. Seems like an appropriate way to go. There we go. Right arm destroyed. Further taking out that fire starter. Because we've completed the mission. We just got to get to the evac zone. So it's only 25 tons. Snicker, snicker, snicker. It's true. It's only 25 tons of murder death. Ugh. We basically got a dose of our own medicine, right? We were talking about just PPCs removing parts of mechs. Just boom, boom, boom. And then out of nowhere, PPC comes wrecking in on us. So Harry in this Jenner is just going to book it. It's a fast mech, and we're just going to bail on out of there. We're going to try to keep our Wolverine and our Jenner in peace, and hopefully it's only the 2 Vindicators that really run into that situation. So, and Firestarter gets to go again. Thankfully, the Vindicator is a relatively tough mech, all things considered. And DK is a pretty hot, spicy individual when they want to be. So not too worried about that. And Steel Warrior, Data King still up there. We're going to keep having this individual sprint out of line of sight. Maybe we can kite some of these individuals. Maybe. We'll see. Save us, DK. You're our only hope. Oh, yeah, we got to time this right. Otherwise, we're going to get caught in the evac zone, and that's not going to be well. That's not going to go well. We're going to continue to back up out of line of sight and use the precision strike to continue to fire on this fire starter. Going for the legs. There we go. Boom. Another big solid impact. And medium laser. Doing pretty good. Left torso destroyed. You know, this fire starter is keeping us busy. But, oh no. Oh no. Oh, chat. See, this is what I don't know a lot of things when it comes to clan era and stuff like that. So it's like a raptor, like, what is that? I have no idea. Oh my gosh. It's just horrifying. So Graybeard's posted a link. I'll have to check that out here in a little bit. And Harry, yeah, we're gonna have you keep on sprinting. If we can collect the right mech here. There we go. There we go. And just sprint as fast as we can. Try to get out of here and to that evac point. Now, what's the model number? So this is a OA or a 0A, it looks like. So I don't know if this is a specific individual. A Raptor 2? It's got 2 large lasers on it. Oh my gosh. This is horrifying. So, yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. We're going to get the Steel Warrior sprinting as well over into the evac zone.
On the move.
There we go. We got one in. And the Arcab Legion are no joke, that's for sure. Oh gosh, he's going for a weak spot. Into the internal. Oh, into the CT. Oh. DK. Yeah, structure damage, heat critical, jump jets destroyed. It's time to stop playing around for sure. Graybeard says the Raptor A is intended for extended operations from supply lines. The Raptor A carries as primary weapons 2 large lasers, and for close range combat, the A configuration carries 3 small lasers. Oh man. As I said, it's the IS version. Okay, cool. DK. Yeah, DK is going to eject. Oh, it's going to be expensive for those 2 Vindicators, but maybe we'll be able to get out. We lost the head units. We also lost the torsos, so that's really bad. Yeah, it's about 40 tons of bad news and a 25-ton chassis. Ugh, gross.
Receiving you.
But with that, we should be able to get on out of here. We've made the mission successful. This was a 1-skull mission. I thought this mission had not increased in difficulty. Pretty sure this flexed to a 2-skull. Oh man. Oh, gross, 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 gross. We got a mission successful though, so we did a thing, kind of. We're running out of pilots. Everyone's gonna be in the med bay, which means we definitely need to hire some more for sure. 409,000 sea bills. Oh, that's gonna be expensive. Thankfully, we've kept the PPCs in some of the bigger portions, but we did lose a lot of other things. We're gonna basically, it's gonna be a wash almost in terms of getting this stuff squared away. So Phoenix Hawk part is probably going to be beneficial. We'll eventually be able to build one of those back up. Pretty standard on the other things here, so nothing too crazy to worry about. Small jump jets. Again, we're going to shift click and sell those. We don't need those.
Follower online.
Oh man, NHFL guy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Breadbox Privateers. Welcome to the adventure. That's right, Craig. It's going to be poker night in the med bay. Oh, it's going to be an adventure, that's for sure. We have a lot of these. We're going to sell the MG ammo. We're going to sell those as well. Shift click and sell those for the mod. Medium lasers. We have 4 of those. We're going to hang on to those for now. We're going to continue. We're going to get these mechs back in action. It's going to be pretty painful. Pretty painful. Now remember, chat, we made 409,000 C-bills after drop costs and all that other fun stuff. So the big question is, how much is it going to take to repair these Vindicators? I think it's going to be a bit more than that. I think we're going to lose money on this mission. We completed it successfully, but we had to bail on out. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Yang. We're going to need some repairs for sure. Absolutely. That's going to be required. So let's go over here to the mech bay. Let's get these repairs enacted and on the way. Both of these are full refits. So we're going to refit this one here. This one, yeah, repair. 2 jump jets got to go in here. So we're going to go over to the equipment, get those jump jets stuffed back in there. The head's going to be a full repair. And we're going to repair the arm. Nothing in that. And we're going to repair this. Oh, boy. I'm trying to think of what we actually had. Medium laser, LRMs, I think is what we had going in there. So medium laser and then LRM-10 into this. We do have 1 LRM-10. How much ammo do we have? We had 1 bit of ammo there as well, so we'll go and stuff that in. We should be ready to go. It should be all right. Yep, Yang is Captain Obvious. Absolutely. Hamster says, I mean, the Vindies didn't get double large lasers in the back at least. That's true. That would have been catastrophic. That would have been cataclysmically bad because our back armor is not enough to deal with that. So there we go. And yes, if you're out there asking, why don't I put the LRMs into the ammo into the legs? That's the most important thing to do if you're playing this and you don't really care about lore and other stuff like that. For me, it just makes sense that the ammo is next to the weapon instead of being routed through a leg and torsos and stuff. So that's just kind of, again, a bit of the masochistic mode that we're rolling with. We are also playing on 8 pieces per mech, so it is what it is. We'll get this one here, 137.7 to get that repaired. So for those of you that are tallying that up at home, keep a tab on that. We're going to get this other one over here repaired up as well. This one might be in a little bit less badness, bad mood, so to speak. We're going to try to put the medium laser up in the head on this one. There we go. 3 heat sinks over there in that torso as well. And so we're going to go over to the equipment. We only have 3 heat sinks. Oh, gosh. That's not great. And in the arm is going to be 2 more medium lasers. So I think we've got enough for that. I think we do. We've got only 1 extra medium laser to spare, but there we go. That's our Zap Vindicator. So 142,000. So just doing the rough math, that's just shy of 300,000. So even after repairs, we made 120,000 C-bills. That's not too shabby. That's really not too bad. It's not the way that I would expect or want to do it, but you know, it is a way to make it work, and that'll be all right. Now that being said, let's go over here and manage the tasks. 6 days and 6 days. These can hopefully both get done at the same time because of our upgraded machine shops and stuff that we've got going on in the Argo. So that's not too shabby. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave our stream there for now. We're going to come up here and make sure we save this. That way we're good to go. We don't get any weird corruptions going on. And we're going to find someone to raid. I think Data King 1 might be streaming Mech Warrior 5 with a brand new adventures going on. We're going to see how that goes. But either way, thank you very much for stopping on by. You can catch us here a week from today on Sunday again. And we're probably going to have a bonus stream tomorrow evening if I can try to get it going again and I'll post that up on Twitter as well as everywhere else. So, NHFL guy, thank you very much for stopping on by and following again. They say I played Battletech back on AOL in the 90s as a kid. That is when I first discovered it, and then played Battletech on Sega, then MechWarrior on PC. I've always enjoyed the Battletech series. When my new PC comes, I'll get this game. Keep an eye on Humble Bundles occasionally. You can get some really good deals on this. But for sure, we are playing the mod Battletech Extended 3025 Commandos Edition mod. You can always go and find that over here at this link posted down below. Go over to nexusmods.com and type in 3025. Once you play the campaign in the Battletech game, go and check out this mod. It feels like a proper expansion to that. But there's a lot of good stuff that's out there. There's a lot of fun stuff. And again, I look forward to seeing everybody here the next time we stream. Possibly tomorrow night. We're going to try our hands at getting that done. And I'll see everybody later as we go and try to raid someone and have a blast. Thank you much, everybody. It's been a pleasure. It's been a favor. It's been a lot of fun. Words and things like that. Much love, and we'll see you next time.